Banana bus?
Yep.
What's up, Tony?
Banana bus. Ba-doop, ba-doop. Banana bus. Ba-doop, ba-doop. Banana bus. Ba-doop, ba-doop. Banana bus.
There's always banana bus and never like avocado bus.
Yeah, fucking avocados are disgusting.
Thank you. I've been saying this for years. I don't know. I don't get the rage.
Oh, because it's what Californians do.
Yeah, well, they also huff their own farts, so.
Yeah, well, they're also fucking. Nobody likes California people.
And also, set their major city on fire, and they're like, "Where'd the water go?" It's like, oh, your elected officials, the ones you say are so much smarter, elected not to fill their reservoirs. Oh, by the way, they canceled a lot of the funding for your fire department to fund people who are here illegally. So,
they
you
also
gotta respect that.
They also decided not to take care of all the dry shrubbery that could have been taken care of.
It's almost like it was a recipe for a disaster, you know?
Pretty much.
Alright, let's get this rice field done. That is my major goal for today. I want to get it done and out of the way before we get too far into it. Let's make sure this is at the live chat.
Bum bum ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum bum.
Fun stuff. Oh my god. Shit. Ugh, man.
Don't be doing that shit now.
Too late. I don't know what it was last. I just couldn't fall asleep last night. Like I was just laying there in bed, just like staring up at the ceiling. I could not fall asleep. I don't.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Usually I'm fine. I was still awake when my wife got to work this morning. I didn't sleep.
Yeah. I'm lucky, I average about 2 or 3 hours of sleep a night.
You, sir, are a psychopath.
Just get used to it.
I couldn't do it.
Well, the bad thing is, like, I really can't take any medicine or anything because I have to, you know, I have to be a light sleeper in case I get
Jesse,
cold.
how are you doing, sir?
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh. Man, Jesus Christ almighty. It's too early for this shit. Too damn early.
I know, I just said that.
I think it's rice. Oh, I'm full. Whoopsie. Ooh. So did you listen to that country album of the year, Cowboy Carter, yet?
Yeah, no. Fuck that bitch. Dude, there are so many fucking people pissed.
Tell me how a song. I don't even know what the song is, but I heard that there's a song that won country duet of the year with her and Miley Cyrus, and it beat Post Malone and Morgan Wallen's song, I Had Some Help, and that song was literally all over everything the entire summer.
Uh-huh. Because her old hubby paid it off. Just like I think it's bullshit that her husband has control over who does the Super Bowl halftime show.
Oh, it's not going to be a good week for Drake. What's up, chatting lad? How you doing
Yeah,
today,
fuck
sir?
that worthless piece of shit.
Cruise ship in Hawaii. Nice. Nice.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Why are we saying hello?
Because that's what they're saying in the game. Hello.
Oh. I want someone so badly to put a mod out for Farm Sim 25 that changes the NPCs in the game. So, like, when you go up to talk to your grandfather, he's just like, "What up, cuz?"
How could you imagine that? Yo, what up, dog? How's it hanging out in the sleazy beezy, bitch? Like, Grandpa.
I'm doing pretty good, Jesse. Thanks for asking, sir. Gonna be lit like was it Liz on Earth? Scooby Doo, so good.
Rashizi Manizi Bedeezy.
I ain't stopping until you're first singed off. We're here to solve a mystery.
Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? We've got some work to do now.
My kids gotta think there's issues with me because the other night I made a playlist a while ago when the that summer concert series called When We Were Young was going on. And I put like all the music from like what I used to listen to in high school and stuff on it. It's called When I Was Young, and I put a bunch of Simple Plan songs on there, and I forgot I put the Scooby-Doo theme that they did on there. So
Oh, boy.
I was in the shower and my phone was just blaring the music, and just out of the blue, what's new Scooby-Doo?
I forgot they even did that song, to be honest.
For that, the one animated Scooby-Doo show. What's new Scooby-Doo? Coming after you. We're gonna solve that mystery. And they still play it in concert.
You know, just a bunch of 40 and 50-year-old guys singing Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. Hey, they actually sound pretty good live. That's one of the bands from my child, or I wouldn't say child, my teenage years. I wouldn't mind seeing in concert.
You never seen
Other
them in
bands
concert?
just sound horrible. No, we don't get concerts around here that often. The only concerts we get are out to the fair. And we're lucky if we get a rock band. I was lucky enough to see, it was Hinder, Stained, and Three Doors Down. And then the other one I went to out there was Daltrey with 12 Stones. I mean, I don't know if you can really consider Daltrey rock, but back his first album was kind of, you know, dad rock.
He's trying to revive his career, so now he goes out and joins Nickelback for a song or two.
This year we're getting T.I., which that's one rapper I wouldn't mind, a concert I wouldn't mind going to. Like, they had Nelly out here. They had, who was it last year? Nelly? No, Ludacris, I think.
Ludacris is good.
Yeah. But Fluffy's gonna be out here again this year. Iglesias. I think Aaron Lewis ruined it for us getting any like good rock acts ever again, because when Hinder was on stage, they were dropping F-bombs, and I think something was said to him because was it been a while where this is going fucked it up again. He shouted fuck really, really loud, and we haven't had any like good rock bands since then.
Oh damn, your state's a bunch of pussies.
What's up, Tom? Long time no see, buddy. How are you? And what's up, Department Mechanic and Jason? How you guys? Yeah, it's supposed to be family friendly. Meanwhile, Hinder's up there singing "Lips of an Angel." This song's literally about him cheating on his woman.
Yeah.
That's family friendly. Oh, and Get Stoned, yeah, because that's so family friendly in 2008.
You know.
Hey, what are your moderator hear about in the beginning for FS25? Yeah. I'm playing FS25, so it kind of has to be. Never seen a rice harvester in real life. Me neither. Me neither. The only new harvester that I've ever seen in real life would be the pea pickers. Those are pretty common here, running up and down the road. It's like one farmer that owns them, and they just do all up and down the state, I think, because they're all the same. I did find what's the Oxbow carts that just recently got released that is like what they use in the field. I haven't put them in yet. I gotta find a pea picker mod that
I just ripped a massive fart.
makes it a little unrealistic. Doing great just because my girlfriend got a promotion. Or nice! Congratulations, sir. It's good to hear. Old Tommy all grown up. Hey, guess what? My dishwasher's still not fixed.
Nuh-uh.
True story. True story.
I feel like you're wrong.
What's up, Michael? How are you?
It's not like fixed, it's a super washer.
Nope. Still say it's not getting water. They still have. It's been 3 weeks and no one has come back to look at it. It's been a month since it stopped working.
I know you're full of it. What maintenance crew would say they're going to come back and then not come back?
It's like it's been 2 weeks and he still has not fixed the thing in the ceiling yet. So, yeah, great times.
See, that's where you just have it done and then tell the fucking the apartment complex, like, hey, you're going to knock off some of my rent now. You had to do your job.
Technically, I could get ignorant and just not pay rent until it's get fixed. I bet that'll get it fixed real quick.
Uh-huh. Sometimes, you have to play hardball.
I still don't see why they don't just put a different one in and send this one back, because it's clearly still under warranty. That would be like the most sensible thing to do, but you know, we're not working with the smartest group of people here.
Because, yeah, common sense, dude. Nobody does that shit nowadays, okay?
Cancer-free for 18 years, that's cool. Glad to hear it, man.
And the fact that you even suggested
I'm good, Michael.
it
Thanks for asking.
means there's something fucking wrong with you.
How is the new FS compared to the last one? I've been debating on it, getting it or not. It's alright. It's not a super huge improvement, and they didn't really fix any of the underlying issues for farming sim that everybody asked for. They added some new crops and stuff, and that's just about it. Nothing super exciting. So if you're looking
where are you be?
For an amazing change,
we got some work to
not
do
all
now.
that great. Oh my god! Even some of the coolest mods, the modders from the coolest mods from
celebrities back in the
22 are not moving over to 25. They're just going to keep modding 22, which kind of sucks.
Oh, I even missed a pup named Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, and then they tried to make Velma and was it Shaggy they tried to change race on? And it bombed horribly, and they're like, oh, it's because everybody's racist.
Yeah, they've tried doing that, and I'm waiting for the moment that they make Velma and oh fuck, Daphne be lesbians or something.
Am I mistaken? But wasn't it established in a pup named Scooby-Doo that Shaggy and Daphne are brother and sister?
Oh, if they did, I don't remember. It's been so long since I've seen it.
I'm pretty sure in a pup named Scooby-Doo they were brother and sister.
It may have been.
Scooby was their dog.
It may have been. I just, like I said, it's been so long since I've seen it.
I can't remember.
It's been a while. Once they started doing all this newer Scooby-Doo shit, I kind of quit watching it.
The movies are worth it for Matthew Lillard alone.
They're supposedly going to redo another live-action movie.
Yeah, but they're all old now. It's gonna be Scooby-Doo's last mystery, and Scooby dies at the end.
Probably.
That's just terrible. That is terrible. They'll do it though.
Fuck yeah, they'll do it.
It's like Scooby's like 60 years old in human years now. What's that, dog years?
Fucking
420 years.
Yeah.
Shaggy's like, all right.
Damn.
Oh.
Woody fucking true though.
Worry about.
Watch me whip.
I love how people literally try to change the name of a recipe to make it sound special. So I'm flipping through Facebook and I'm reading through this recipe. It's literally fucking spaghetti. Like, that's literally all it is. And they put in one pan tomato-y based hamburger pasta. Like, so it's spaghetti. It's literally spaghetti. They just try to give it a fancy name.
They gotta it's clickbait. They gotta get someone to click on it.
I mean, you can click on all you want, but it's literally just a recipe for fucking spaghetti. And if people don't know how to make spaghetti, then they should probably just shoot themselves.
You know how many times I've seen they just worded it differently? The damn recipe for the chicken, what's it?
Well, the one with the
Garlic
Parmesan sauce.
The Buffalo Wild Wing sauce, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the same recipe. All you do is change the name of it. Like,
Yeah.
it's good. I do enjoy it, but it's like,
Or my favorite, like they'll do like we got a creamy Cajun Alfredo.
fire rescue? What?
And it's literally just Alfredo sauce that they put Cajun seasoning in. It's like, that's not even real, authentic Cajun Alfredo.
Oh, yeah, I put Cajun seasoning in it. That makes it Cajun.
I mean, yeah, that's the easy, lazy way to do it.
Oh, doesn't matter. Still Cajun.
Well, I'll be gosh damned.
Oh, he's a damned.
Ooh, I'm getting heartburn.
Couldn't have happened to a better person.
Well, fuck you.
No, thank you.
Yeah, fuck you and the toilet plunger you rode in on.
How? Never mind.
Yeah. Because that means shove a plunger up your ass sideways.
How do we move this again? Aha. This is cool. This is one of the cooler things in FS25. Even though you look so creepily pushing it around, it is neat that you can push this around. Finally. Is there anything in here? No. Okay. We're gonna sell that off. Construction. Oh, demolition mode?
Dude, I almost forgot how fun GTA San Andreas was.
Yeah.
He kind of hooked playing on it. But it must have been a long damn time since I played it, because there's some of these missions I don't remember playing.
See Rockstar come out and said, despite what everybody's saying, they're still on track to release GTA 6 this year.
And then everybody going bitch. They're like, what the fuck? Because there's been a couple people that started out on the project said they're rushing it. They're like, it'll come out, but it's going to start out with a lot of issues first.
Everything does.
Yeah, but I mean a lot of issues.
I play Farm Sim, I'm used to it. You know, they rushed out Farm Sim 25 so they can fund Farm Sim VR.
Mm-hmm. What was that? What was it? No Man's Sky or whatever? The one that they hyped up so fucking huge.
Hey, nice ride, man. Hey,
and then
that's
it got
from
released and it was just
this
like
awesome guy.
fucking crashing everybody's computer because it was
God,
so
I
bugged
can't
out.
remember his name. Somebody refresh me. He put this out. It was pretty awesome. But this is Lil Pete, right? This is Lil Pete. He's a little bit littler than his big brother, Big Pete over here.
It's going down. I'm yelling timber.
Even though this should be like medium Pete because it gets bigger in this, but this is Big Pete to me, and that's Little Pete over there.
Yeah.
I still
going back
I
to
can't
the
think of the name of the guy who put it
I love
down.
how that bitch wins country album of the year. Like our radio station never played a single song from her album.
Nice.
Not one.
Gotta love the purple. Dude, purple. Purple's where it's
and
at.
I love how it was like, oh,
And then
you're
you
just
get-
pulling the race card.
And then
He's like, no.
Oh,
like, she just
my
sucks.
God.
Like, her music has always sucked. I'd rather Shabuzi win country album of the year.
That's
than
just
her.
the definition of beauty. Right? I don't
This
even know what
shit's
he's
least
talking
catchy
about.
and
Does anybody know what he's
Kind
talking
of fun.
about? You know what probably looks sick as I'm sitting here thinking this?
And
Purple
he's got a cool name.
with green lights.
Shabuzi. That alone, you should win an award.
What was I doing? I would just rather an actual country album win country review. That'd be great. That's all I need. Like, I don't need anything special. Just an actual country album win country album of the year. You know?
Yeah, but unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of those out anymore.
It's kind of like in the title.
I mean, Chris Stapleton probably should have won it out of anybody, but...
Oh, no. I wanted to customize it. Oh, dang.
I think what's even more fucked up is the fact that the person that got interrupted for winning country album or winning album of the year award last year had to be the one that presented to her this year.
Maybe we should get to match the chicken house.
Like, I don't understand that Beyonce hype anyways. For one, she's not hot. She's not even close to being hot. Two, she wasn't even the best fucking Destiny Child person in the group. Three, she's a horrible singer. Four, she's a horrible dancer. Five, she's a pedo just like her husband and P. Diddy. I'm still waiting for that all to go down.
You and me both. You and me. The sooner we can get rid of those people, that'd be great.
But here's the worst. What I don't understand. So you catch P Diddy with all the shit, and then you're like, oh hey, like we got enough evidence that we can get a search warrant for your house and confiscate everything. But we're going to hold off for a little while. We're going to hold off for about 4 or 5 months.
Till
And
it
then
all
those 4 or
catches
5 months,
fire.
and then it just so happens the day of the week before the day of that they're supposed to go in and confiscate everything, his house catches on fire and burns completely to the ground.
Yep. In a huge bumblefuck of just creating a perfect storm. It's almost like, like all those people whose houses burned down might have had something to do with it, and there's probably evidence in all of them.
Well, this thing, like, the fires started like a couple days prior. They knew it was going in the direction of his house, so nobody said, "Hey, that fire is going towards P Diddy's house. Can we up this? Warrant?" Because I'm pretty sure a judge would be like, "Yeah, sure, we can do that." And then they're like, "Nope." And then it's like burned down. It's like, "Oops."
That's highly unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh man, all that evidence though.
And it just so happens.
Oh, you already see that that they're calling for the release of the Epstein list?
Oh,
yeah, buddy, let's go.
But it also cracks me up that his house is the first house where they started noticing that
you don't have the
most of the fire hydrants didn't work. They're like, yeah, we hooked up to 2 of them by his house, and neither one of them worked. I was like, look, I know they've been cutting back, but you really think the city of Los Angeles is going to cut back on fire hydrants working in an area where there's multi-million-dollar mansions with all the celebrities?
Hag, nag, nag. Okay.
So who won the golf tournament last night?
Well, PJ's the first round, I don't know what steroids he was on, but he had like a negative 22 game. I'm just like, what the hell? And then I think the next one he beat me by like 2, and then I destroyed him the third round by like 7.
Yeah, I woke up to go to the bathroom and I was like, oh, these motherfuckers.
There we go. Let's move that over here for now. It was his idea.
I know that bastard.
He's like, JT's not here. We don't have to worry about his stupid hair. Let's do this.
Dude, my hair is amazing in that game.
Is it though?
It is. It's the most perfectest hair of all hairs.
Is it though?
Yeah. It was voted by People Magazine as the most amazing hair of all time.
Were you the only person that voted for that?
No. There was 2 votes.
Was you and your mom the only 2 people that voted for that?
Yeah. So
I demand a recount then.
Well, you can recount, but when only 2 people voted, those 2 votes count.
Demand a recount. I think you forged. I think you forged your mom's vote.
No, I'm not that good at cursive writing. My cursive writing is a little sloppy.
Likely story.
I look like a celebrity, like signing an autograph, real quick, big letters.
Well, your first mistake is you said like a celebrity. You're not like a celebrity in any way, sir.
Dude, I'm a fucking legend, bitch.
Are you now? Are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I've been on TV multiple times.
You sure about that?
Yeah, trust me, because I hate it. I do not like being on fucking TV.
I'm in a movie, so
What, with like
get on,
little
get on
plastic toys?
my level, son. No,
Oh,
I'm in a movie with Chris Rock. You know, the guy that got slapped by Will Smith?
Shit.
I know you're jelly. It's okay.
Oh yeah? They're making a movie in St. Joe right now. Bitch.
Yeah, well, guess what? Failure Launch was filmed in my state. Part of it, when he's in the water. Bitch.
Oh yeah? Bad Grandpa was filmed in St. Joe too. With Johnny Knoxville. Bitch.
That makes a lot of sense, because only crackheads watch that.
Dude, everybody fucking watched Bad Grandpa.
Okay, I did. I can't lie there. That was...
That
when he
would
shit
be
on the wall was hilarious.
that would be another. That would be a movie I wish they would do like a sequel to. Like the grandson's getting ready to go off to college, so they do, you know, like one more road trip or something. For old time's sakes.
Yeah, but Johnny Knoxville's kind of gone off deep end, hasn't he?
Well, that's kind of what I've heard. They said he's kind of gotten weird.
What? I need to stop.
I mean, let's be honest. Almost all of them's kind of gotten weird.
You got a point. What's up, Terry? How are you?
I mean, they did a lot of fucking drugs.
And then they got sober and just not as funny.
Yeah. Most of them swear up and down that they didn't do drugs, but I was like, nah. All this shit. You'd almost have to do drugs on some of the shit y'all did. Because nobody in the right mind be like, yeah, I'll agree to do that. But you're right. They got sober, and then it's like, yeah, you know, you're really not all that funny.
Yeah. Go shove this Hot Wheels car up your ass and go ahead for imaging so we can get a picture of it up there.
Yeah.
Even Steve-O was like, yeah, no, I can't do that. My dad would never talk to me again. It's like Brandon area. And he was the one that was stoned out of the most of them. Like,
mm-hmm. He's probably say the closest to normal out of all them, which
no, he
got
sober and got batshit crazy.
Well, no, that's what I mean though. Like right now though, like, and I say normal very, 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 very loosely, but yeah, he's still fucking weird.
I think Wee Man's the one that, like, he's living in a van, but
I thought didn't he die?
Wee Man? No.
I thought Wee Man died.
No. He's living in he's living doing the van life stuff.
You sure? I thought he died like a year or two ago.
No.
Like huh.
If he did, I missed the memo.
Yeah, I thought he died like not too long after Verna, what's his name, died.
Fred Troyer? No.
Yeah.
You're getting your little people mixed up.
Well, no, I mean, I know Vern died, but I thought he died like a year after him.
Yeah, Wee Man's still alive. From Marketplace, what'd you buy now? Let me rephrase it. What dumb shit did you buy now? I did like that comedy
special with Brad Williams. He's like, yeah, he goes, I went to this charity thing. He goes, everybody started cheering me on when it came out. Then I realized they weren't cheering me because they thought I was fucking Wee Man.
Dude, Brad Williams is hilarious.
Oh, dude, that's somebody I want to see in fucking concert or live.
He was at an indie wrestling show. He shared a clip of it on Instagram. And he's just in the crowd. He did the upsies. And the guy got out of the ring, went and picked him up and put him in the ring like he was a child.
Damn. I think one of my favorite, well, there's a lot of them that are good, but I think one of my favorite stories is him doing the tour over in Afghanistan, and he got to ride the Black Hawk helicopter. He's like, I had to do the one thing I swore as a little person I would never do. I had to ask for help. He said, this dude's been waiting for this moment his whole life. He said, he couldn't just pick me up and toss me in the helicopter. Oh, no. He had to pick me up and go, 1, 2.
I love the one where he's talking about it when he was in Buffalo. He had to attach one of them little flags in the back, his back, so he didn't get lost in the snow.
he said 2 foot of snow to a normal person. Okay, oh no, I got my knees a little way. He goes 2 feet to a midget. That's death.
20-ton press, Jesus. How much that set you back?
I also like the story where he talked about he got attacked by the dog at the dog park. And his dog came and rescued him. He said, I got up, he goes, I jumped on his back and we rode off into the sunset.
Yeah. But the one where he's like, my wife doesn't understand. Big dog, little person. And now she gets mad at me when I just ride him around the house.
I like the story where he talks about he goes into Walmart, steals all the Keebler stuff. His cashier thought he was one of the elves. He said, I think you're supposed to pay for it. He goes, I'll just do a quality check, bitch. I'll bring it back later. Or the story about him finding the kid in the ball pit at McDonald's.
I need to go in there and see if I can speed up production.
Or the story he talks about
just the
You
factory.
know, he's like, I'm always on the road, and he goes, I finally had a weekend where I was home. You know, he goes, that don't happen very often. He goes, so I had a weekend at home. He goes, so you know, when I'm at home, I try to, you know, spend time with my wife. And he goes, her fucking friend, that bitch. He goes, made the idea to go apple picking. She goes, oh my god, baby, I got something exciting for us to do. He's like, oh yeah, what's that? He goes, we can do it. You know, as long as we're spending time. He goes, we're gonna go apple picking. And everybody just kind of frozen, didn't say nothing. He goes, I appreciate the ones who are laughing that understands that joke. He's like, let me explain it. He goes, a midget trying to pick apples off a tree.
That'd be a sight to see, though.
Could you imagine a fucking midget? Like, just sitting there, like, jumping up in the air trying to catch an apple. He was like, aw, that's cute. Let me pick you up, little feller. Fucking Randy would have a heyday. He was like, where's the female midgets?
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hello?
Did you get any of that ice by chance yet, or not yet?
Your favorite person just came in. No, it was all rain for us.
Nobody fucking cares what that fucking piece of shit has to say.
They're calling a 3 to 5 Tuesday for us for snow.
They were calling
Hey.
for snow Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think my wife said, but it's all switched to rain now.
Yeah, I
We
think
getting
it's
snow
gonna
Monday,
go too
Tuesday,
far.
Wednesday. And what does it matter, cockmouth? It ain't like you gotta fucking do anything. Sit there and fuck your farm animals in your barn and stay warm.
Just on you, he didn't have a barn.
Oh, sorry, his shed or his carport or whatever the fuck he wants to call it.
I think somebody's just jealous that somebody else is getting laid and he's not. Bitch.
Well, dude, in fact, I got laid the other night. Not really jealous.
Your hand doesn't count, bitch.
Don't have to use a hand.
Your blow-up doll Sally doesn't count, bitch.
Definitely don't have a blow-up doll.
Oh, you got a real doll? You spit?
And don't have any doll. I don't understand people who have to go. Why would you buy a fucking doll anyways? Like, I feel like that.
The weird part about it for me is the people who actually like pretend they're real, like take pictures and post them on. It came across.
Online, yeah.
It came across my TikTok the other day. This dude's like on his Facebook page, poses like it's a real woman. It's
Well, like,
that's
in the-
a bit creepy.
and the worst part is like, what was it? Me and Tuff looked up one time. Those things are expensive.
Yeah,
Like for someone really. No, that's for like one of the just regular ones, like the realistic
Oh
ones.
yeah, like the
Are like
yeah.
$10,000-$13,000.
Yeah, like the price of a car.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck? Like, trust me, I ain't that fucking desperate. Like, I'll go with a hand for a while before I even come close to doing some stupid shit like that. Like, hey Steve, hi Mike, can I get a ride? Sure. Don't you have a car? No. Thought you were gonna buy a car. Well, I was, but then I found a real sex doll and I decided to buy that instead.
Yeah, that means
Wait,
I don't
real
need a
sex-
car to date a real woman.
Wait, a real sex doll? Did you have like $14,000? Yeah. It was $13,999.99 with taxes. I actually had to call my friend and borrow a little bit of money. He doesn't know. Yeah, I never understood the sex doll. Not at all. It's like, how desperate do you really have to be to do that?
Hey, I'd rather them own one of those than doing some dumb shit that people that watch this channel do.
Shit. Well, probably, I'm surprised that fucking idiots didn't go to California where you could buy a child one. See, that's another reason why I can't stand California. Like, California, just let that whole state burn. They really should.
You ready for our 51st state? Canada?
Whichever comes first, Canada or
You know, secretly, part of me wants it to happen, not because any actual reasoning. I just want them to have to cancel the Canadian Football League, so I can rub it in Captain's face, and be like, "Ah, American football's better, bitch." That'd be the greatest part about Canada becoming a U.S. state.
Yeah, he's like, Canada football's better. He tried to show me a stadium. He's like, look at that. That stadium's packed. It's got 52,000 people in it. So I was like, okay, that's cool. Let me show you Arrowhead. It's got 80,000 people in it. He's like, we get loud. I said, well, Arrowhead holds the record for the loudest stadium in the world. So you don't get that loud. He's like, well, our championship game's better. I said, I mean, Super Bowl Sunday is a national holiday. Now, if they would just do the right thing and make the Monday after Super Bowl Sunday a holiday too, that'd be even better.
It'd be great if they just banned the two teams that were in last year's Super Bowl from competing again, and this year's Super Bowl. I think that'd be great. That'd be really great.
Oh, yeah. Too bad that's not happening.
I know, because, the refs gotta earn their money somehow.
Oh, boy. The whole ref thing. Oh, the refs! Or it could just be a matter of your team just sucks.
Nah. No, that's the refs.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
100%.
your team lost to the Buffalo Bills. So you can't even blame us for getting kicked out of the playoffs this year.
No. I'm not blaming y'all for kicking the Ravens out. I'm just saying there were some really questionable calls in every playoff game for the Chiefs.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Really? Because I can show you
the
where they're not.
referees just released a statement like Patrick Mahomes is not even in the top 5. Yeah, that's what people who were covering up cheating would say.
No, I mean, statistical companies actually went around. Josh Allen is the biggest flop in the NFL, and gets the most roughing the passer calls than anybody.
If you say so. That's what someone who cheats would say.
And also, we can also go the same route, because it sure is funny that people that hate the Chiefs only want to point out certain penalties and certain plays out of the entire game instead of showing the entire game. Like when we had 3 of our players get completely dragged down by their face mask and it was never called. Nobody wanted to show that. Nobody wanted to show that. Or we could talk about the whole Xavier Worthy thing, where people said it wasn't a catch, but it actually was a catch, because you know why? The ground didn't make the ball move. So, I mean, it could hit the ground, but...
I really hope you're not talking about where the ball is clearly not in his possession. They rolled a catch.
Oh, it is actually in his possession. He's got the ball wrapped around.
He didn't even have his hands on the ball.
Yeah,
they rolled it a catch. No, he didn't. I watched that. I watched that one.
No, you didn't.
He hit the ground and the ball wasn't even in his hands, and they rolled it a catch.
His hands was wrapped around the tip of it.
No, his ball, that ball was not in his hands at all.
Yeah.
No, you're high.
Yeah. No,
you're high.
If
this was,
let me guess. Hold on. Let me guess. Hold on.
A few years ago,
let me guess.
You'd be saying otherwise.
No, just like the whole Julian Edelman catch in the fucking Super Bowl. Everyone's like, that was the catch. He caught the fucking ball. And let me guess, Josh Allen made the 4th down. He was across that line.
He was. He was clearly over the line. Even the announcers were like, "Yeah, that's not right."
No, they weren't.
Yes, they did. I watched the clip.
No, you didn't watch the
clip.
So you watched the clip. You watched the clip, right? I was at the fucking game. I know what was said. He did not cross that fucking line.
You weren't watching it. Even the announcers on TV were saying he got the first down, and they didn't agree with the call.
No, they looked at one. They said, "Well, the top line judge is saying he got it. The one in the back is saying he did." Yeah, because the one at the back is actually watching Josh Allen. The one at the front that said he got the first down couldn't even see Josh Allen. His body went
You could
across the line.
see it.
You could cross the line all you want.
It was over the line. He moved it back. The referee moved it back. Yeah, he did. I watched it on TV.
The ball never went across the line. His body did.
This guy.
Remember the rules. The ball has to cross the line. The body can cross it all it wants, but the ball has to cross the line.
He got that first down.
No, he did.
You're delusional if you think otherwise.
You're delusional. It's funny. You got Hall of Famers. You got Hall of Famers that watched the same clip and said he did not cross that line.
Okay, yeah, that's what they would say if they were paid by the NFL.
Oh my God!
We just need this to go away.
By the NFL. So let me get this straight. You're telling me 17 official crews got the okay from 31 team owners saying, "Go ahead and help the Chiefs out."
Yeah, because it brings money in their sport. You get Taylor Swift kissing Travis Kelce at the Super Bowl.
Okay, but it would bring money to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Do you really think
so much money?
Do you really?
You guys, these conspiracy theories are so fucking
money
dumb.
into the NFL. Regardless, you got advertising. Do you really think these football owners really care if they win or not? Think about it.
Yeah, because the team that wins the Super Bowl makes more money.
They make buku bucks regardless.
Okay, so they're going to pick the one team out of the Midwest who's a small market team, but like, yep, that's who we want to make a dynasty now. Instead of
when
going
you
after
have
a team in
Taylor
Los Angeles.
Swift attached to the team, yeah.
Hello, again, why would they choose a small market team when you got teams out of Los Angeles, you got teams out of Chicago, you got teams out of Dallas, you got
Taylor
teams out of
Swift
New York.
attached to any of those?
You got a team out of Philadelphia where she's from Pennsylvania.
Who's the two teams in the Super Bowl this year?
Yeah, okay.
Both of them have Taylor Swift connections.
She's not a Philadelphia Eagles fan no more.
Okay. That was her team prior to dating Travis Kelce.
Oh yeah, but she's gonna sit there and go, "Oh, go Eagles, go Eagles." No,
it's her favorite team prior.
Man, you guys are just as bad. Just like the whole reason that she was dating Travis Kelce, the whole reason she was dating Travis Kelce was so the Chiefs could win the Super Bowl. Why the fuck, if it was all about the Chiefs, would she date Travis Kelce? When she could go literally date any player from any other team that's bigger market and can make 10 times more money?
Because it's not as cute of a story.
Okay.
Well, that greenhouse is way too close. Let's move on to the next.
You mean the one that you slammed your truck in the middle of?
Hey, I am plowing.
Is that weed?
Yeah, it is.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is that a mod?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, is that literally an in-game shit?
No.
Now, if that was in-game shit, I'd give Giants the credit. I'm like, okay, Giants, that's cool right there.
People on the farming sim subreddit were like, they should add tobacco to the game. It's a versatile crop that you could. I was like, yeah, that'll never happen. There's no way. You honestly believe that they put tobacco in the game? That would destroy the ratings.
Obviously, if a modder did it, it'd be cool. Like, dude, tobacco out is like you pick it, and then you gotta hang it up in like a bar. You can hang it up there and let it dry, and then you can take it down and sell it.
Yeah, that'd be neat, but Giants would never do it. The rating would suck.
No, I don't mean Giants. I mean like as a modder, like have a modder come in and do something like that, like put tobacco in the game. Actually, here's the thing. Like Giants, if they were smart, they'd make shit realistic. Like you can harvest crop, and then you like have to run it through a dryer. Get it down to a certain point. Like it's little shit like that I think would make the game a lot better. But here's the thing, like, why would you not put hemp in the game? Like, hemp's actually a very popular crop that people grow.
Because it's pot.
I know, but I mean, technically, hemp's grown in a lot of countries, including Europe. And of course, I know people will be like, ugh, but it's about the kids. Really? Like, who? The whole kid thing kills me. Like, half of you fucking idiots are letting your kids play Call of Duty and GTA. Like, so what does that fucking matter? A good parent doesn't really, because I don't know how many times I've got on to Call of Duty or GTA and you hear some kid, like, fuck you up, you trucker.
How come I can't unload it? Left, right. Okay, I guess I just can't unload it.
So, WWE 2K24 sucks.
It's not bad.
I don't like the whole you have to like do exactly the storyline. Like I miss the old day where you could just create a character, start from the bottom, work your way up to the top, and be done.
I mean, yeah, I do. Yeah, the storyline are for the create character stuff is kind of garbo these days, but
yeah. Like it used to be just like, oh, just go out there and beat this guy. So like right now, like I'm trying to make a name for myself, and I have to beat Kevin Owens, but I have to beat Kevin Owens in a certain way, and I have to let him do 3 certain moves before I could try to pin him. Well, when he does the 3 certain moves, no matter what, I can have like a full health. He does the 3 certain moves. It draws me down to the point.
You're supposed to lose it.
Oh.
I was confused at first too, but yeah, you're supposed to lose it.
I was like, yeah, let him do these 3 moves. It's like, okay, well, he does these 3 moves. Now I got like a pubic hair of health left. And he kicks me one more time before I can even get up. And then he just pins me. It's like, what the fuck?
I mean, goat milk yet?
Yeah, I like how like the WWE's rules.
Oh yeah, dude, over here.
Character and this and that. But then their own film crew like records everybody breaking character behind stage, and then they show it to the public.
Yeah, they don't really care now that Vince is gone. I mean,
like
the biggest kayfabe guy ever, Undertaker, is doing podcasts now. So,
dude, I like that podcast actually.
Yeah, but
he
was like the biggest kayfabe guy they had.
All right, but like when they show like, you know, after the Royal Rumble, you know, Uso walks behind stage and like everybody's there to hug him. Jacob and all of them are there to hug him, congratulate him. They're like, oh, WWE characters breaking character. Spend time with family.
Those bitches. I did it for The Rock.
You know, it is amazing, like, no matter what size those Samoans are, whether they're big, skinny, or anything, every single one of them motherfuckers can actually move pretty good. Like, even Nia Jax, for as big as she is, she can actually fucking move.
My hole!
Yeah, I'd still like to see Rikishi come back one time.
I ain't too old for it.
I know. But I like to see like just Rikishi come back, you know, with the whole family just fighting, and he just comes in and just like fucking takes care of it himself.
I did it for The Rock.
Did The Rock even get in the Royal Rumble this year?
No.
I thought somebody said he was supposed to be in, and that's how him and Roman Reigns was going to start their feud.
Well, The Rock is so he was supposed to he wasn't supposed to be a part of it, and then when Vince left, he was supposed to be a part of WrestleMania, and then when Vince left, Triple H and The Rock weren't seeing eye to eye, so they made other plans just for The Rock to join the board of TKO, and it was like, hey, I'm going to be at WrestleMania now, so he was going to take Cody's spot, which I would much rather seen The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania over Roman versus Cody, but Cody had to finish his story. Grown ass men crying because a dude wanted to win the championship. Anyway, so they did the whole tag team match, and then Roman and Cody had their one-on-one match the next night, and then The Rock come out after the War Games thing, like, and insinuated he wasn't happy with the finish. So we're like, oh, here it goes. And then The Rock disappears again. Then The Rock comes back and takes up like 15 minutes on the Raw debut on Netflix. And it got reported that he wasn't going to be a part of WrestleMania this year. Now he's pissed off that got leaked. So now he's thinking about being at WrestleMania is so just absolutely absurd.
Yep.
So I'm good with, like, I if you're gonna come back and do it, do the match. If you're not, just shut up and go away.
Yeah. Like I said, I just haven't been into wrestling here lately. I mean, you know, to be honest, like, I couldn't stand Vicky, but like once her and her group kind of left, like, just got so fucking predictable.
I've gotten back into it recently, like being able to watch pay-per-views and everything. Now I can watch Raw.
Yeah.
And the rumor, the main problem for me is I watch the Raw or the wrestling news on What Culture, so I know behind the scenes stuff that's going on, and like the reported WrestleMania main event, it's going to be Cody versus Roman versus Seth, which would be one hell of a match.
But see, like, I mean, maybe it's going to get better now that Vince is gone, but like, it literally got to the point where it's so fucking predictable that you were predicting like matches and winners like 2-3 weeks in advance. Like, you just knew exactly what's going on. And I got so burnt out because it's like, man, like, what's the point of watching? Like, you already know what's going to happen.
I'll give that. I'd say about 50% are still very predictable, but there's other shit that happens that you're just like, you did not see that coming. Like Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble, everybody was like, it's gonna be CM Punk, he's gonna win it, or John Cena, he's gonna win it, and then both of them got eliminated, and you're just like, no, they're not gonna give it to Roman again, are they?
See, like,
or
I
no?
I don't understand why
John Cena was second last. Everybody thought they were gonna give it to Logan Paul.
Yeah, I don't understand why so many people think CM Punk's going to win else. Like, he cannot stay healthy.
He's
like,
old.
I know he's old, but it just seems like literally he does a match and he's hurt.
Yeah, he's gonna main event WrestleMania at probably this year. Is probably his last year he can feasibly do it, and that was one of his agreement or reasons for coming back. He wanted to main event WrestleMania. He couldn't last year because he was hurt. So
I'm still a CM Punk fan, but he's not as entertaining as what he used to be.
Oh yeah, he is.
I honestly don't think he is. Like,
His promos these days are top notch. His promos are, I think his promos are better these days than they were when in his prime. His match with Seth Rollins, what was that? Was that? Was that on Raw? Yeah, that was the debut night of Raw. That was the best match on the card. He got over the whole friendship bracelet thing with Drew McIntyre. You mean to tell me a storyline about a friendship bracelet would have been interesting? Them two made it super interesting. And that's saying something, because I'm not a huge Drew McIntyre guy. Like, he's cool and all, really but either. He is kind of boring.
He kind of really is.
And somehow CM Punk made him interesting.
Drew McIntyre, I just feel like it's the same thing. Like, they try to make him the face. It doesn't work out, so then they got to make him the heel. And him being the heel, all it is just he comes in unannounced and just destroys somebody before a match. And then he just goes batshit crazy, and they're like, "Oh, we're suspending you, Drew."
Well, this is the second time he's thrown a temper tantrum and threatened to leave the company. Yeah. Because apparently he's pissed off that LA Knight bumped Damian Priest. Damian Priest was eliminating from the Royal Rumble. It's like, really? Really?
Dude! So, again, I don't care what anybody says, we must protect R-Truth at all cost. That fucking clip is like, DP! Welcome to Monday Night Raw!
Yeah, but this is Friday Night SmackDown. No, this is Monday Night Raw.
I just talked to Pierce. He's got hair, and he's got a British accent. Very distinctive.
Yeah. Did you see when they announced that Triple H was getting inducted to the Hall of Fame, his post on Twitter?
When LA Knight comes in, he's like, man, he goes, it's so good that we're all here on Raw. And LA's like, and Davey's like, no, just trust me, no. He goes, we should all triple team together. Yeah, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what anybody says. You know, there's a lot of people that are good on mics. But if you don't count R-Truth as a legendary on the mic and shit like that, then there's something wrong. Like, that dude, man, he gets everybody to break character.
Did you watch the interview you did with Chris Van Vliet, where Chris Van Vliet was like, how many people, like, have you, like, not tried to break and then they just break? Or so he's like, I've never tried to break anybody. It just happens.
They said, who's the hardest one to break? And that's what he said. He goes, well, I don't really try to break anybody, but he goes, it took forever for Triple H to finally break.
Oh, that
fucking clip. He goes, it's just like, Triple H, Triple H? Where? Oh, you mean this Houdini? That ain't Triple H. Man, he's in your head. Yeah, like I don't give a shit what. Dude, I fucking love R-Truth. I feel bad though, because I feel like they only use R-Truth for comedic reasons. Like, I'd like to see R-Truth get like a couple good matches, just cause.
They should give him a run, but make it a comedic way, like true R-Truth style. Just like he accidentally wins like Money in the Bank or something, and then he's just chilling by ringside and act like he says something about cashing it in, and then the referee calls it and says he's cashing it in, and he pins the guy who wins it. Yeah. And then he treats it like a 24/7 title, where every time someone gets close, he runs away.
Dude, when oh my god, that segment when he had the 24/7, that was the greatest fucking thing ever.
Did you see? Like, he was doing it on TikTok too. Like when when his daughter got close to him, he smacked her with a frying pan.
Like, he showed that one, like he was in on the toilet and he asked his daughter for toilet paper. She opened it.
Not today.
He smacks the toilet paper out of her hand and shuts the door on her. Dude, I always love it. Like, he came out for the Women's Royal Rumble. Or that one time he came out on stage, and it was like a couple years ago. He's promoting Men's Royal Rumble. He's like, I don't want you to hurt me on the Royal Rumble. They're like, oh, what? You're not even in the Rumble. What? Oh, I'm not. No. Oh. My bad, guys. My bad. My bad. I didn't know. That's my bad.
You may be a big man, but you will go over that top rope, Paul Heyman.
Oh, Heyman.
I'm not in the match.
Brock Lesnar fucking lost it on that one.
He couldn't keep it together.
No, because they got mad because he was actually technically supposed to, like, fucking suplex R-Truth as soon as he said, you will not toss me over the top rope, but they said he lost it, so he couldn't do it. So that's when Paul Heyman had to, like, come over. I was like, I'm not even in the match.
You step in the ring with Brock Lesnar.
And
Unofficially unclarified for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. And I don't care what people say. Like, I love Paul Heyman, too, because he could, believe it or not, that motherfucker could sell a lot of shit, too. Like, he convinces a lot of people of stuff.
That's what a lot of people think, because he owes CM Punk a favor. A lot of people think it's going to be, the main event's going to be Roman versus
and he turns
Cody.
his back on Roman.
And yeah, and then that's when CM Punk gets in his place or something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I could just sit there and watch fucking R-Truth like all day, just the shit he does.
Dominic. This is the Dominic, Dom and Nick.
They asked Damian Priest. They said, like, was it your idea to add R-Truth to the group? He said, I like him, but no, I don't want him there. They said, why? He goes, I have a hard time keeping a straight face with him around.
Yeah, I love how they're taking all these pictures together when they're traveling together, and every single one he's in the background.
Yeah.
It's like
he said I get in trouble all the time. They're like, Damien, you can't break character. He said, quit sending him out with me.
It's damn near impossible with him. And did you see the one where he's calling Pete Dunne? He was like, yeah. And then as soon as he walks away, he's like, man, whatever you do, don't call him Butch. He really don't like him.
Don't like Butch. I like the one where he comes up and Chad Gray was out there. He goes, oh man. He goes, oh fuck, why am I drawing a blank? Fuck or the Olympic.
Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle. Yeah, I don't know why I drew a blank on that. He said, oh man, Kurt Angle, he got short. He walks away, Chad Gray
what was it? What was? I can't. My mind just went blank. There was one that had me dying that he did recently.
Fucking who knows? They're all fucking. And I think the best part of what him is because he does those short little things where he just pops up randomly out of nowhere. It just says 3 words and just fucking walks off, and it's still the greatest thing of all time.
Oh, when he came back at was it last year's Royal Rumble where they were doing the Doritos commercial and he just popped, or the Doritos ad, and he just randomly pops up, and it was the same night. It was Survivor Series when CM Punk returns. He's like, let's all talk about the big return. R-Truth's back.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah, like I said, I mean, WWE's alright, but R-Truth makes it worth watching.
Oh man.
I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. We got to protect him at all costs. And do that, like, anytime a split pops up and you read comments, that's the first thing I ever everybody and that's like, I don't care how we do it or what he wins, but we gotta get that man a title for something.
I before he officially retires, I want to see him, even if it's only for like a week, get a championship run.
Mm-hmm.
The man has deserved it.
Oh, he really has.
Oh, that's where he was going on. He was like, my childhood hero, John Cena. But wait, you're older than John Cena. What?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. I forgot about that one.
Oh my God.
Oh, my God, I did. I forgot all about that one.
My childhood hero, John Cena.
Damn, that train just literally ran the train on you.
Oh. What the box doing?
So, you know what would be great? I know they never would because he's gone. But if they were ever bring Santino back, have
he's been
Santino
back.
and what?
Have you not seen this? And so WWE and TNA have a working agreement, and they've been sending people back and forth between the two brands. And Santino's popped up because Santino's daughter's in NXT. So like,
I knew who his daughter was.
So Santino was standing there, and his daughter has the crown that she wears, and he was there. It was just the crown was sitting there, and he was standing in front of the mirror, and he put it on, and she come in. She's like, "Dad, why are you wearing my tiara?" He's like, "Oh, it reminds me of my sister Santina. I miss her so much."
Dude, I think him and fucking... Could you imagine him and R-Truth being tag team? That'd be the
John
funniest
Cena.
thing. You're thinking it's so good, John Cena! That's the one that John Cena... I'm saying... John Cena said he hated working with. They said, why you hate working with her? He goes, because I can't keep a straight face. He goes, every time that goes out there and says something, he goes, I break character.
The one interview where he keeps calling him John Cena, or like the first time he called him John Cena, starts laughing as he's trying to respond. So he just, for the rest of the interview, he keeps saying John Cena, John Cena.
Yeah, they did. He was on Undertaker's podcast. He said, how did that thing get started? He goes, I didn't actually mean to say John Cena. He goes, I just slipped up and then accidentally said it. And he goes, and I seen that John broke character and started losing it. He goes, so I just went with it after that. He goes, and it just worked out that way. He's like, so wait a minute. He goes, you really didn't mean to say that? He goes, no. He goes, I don't know what happened. He goes, my words came out faster than what my brain could speak it. He goes, so it just came out that way. He goes, fucking John lost it. So I just rolled with it after that. Yeah, that right there would be the. I don't care what anybody says. Santino and R-Truth as tag team partners would be the greatest tag team partners in the history of the WWE. Just for pure comedic reasons.
I don't know if he's still wrestling these days, but he's popped up a few times on WWE.
Did you see? You see, Shane McMahon's son is going to join the WWE when he gets out of college.
Yeah, if he's actually going to the WWE, I don't. He's been flirting around with AEW. Shane McMahon.
Oh, has he?
Yeah. That's why a lot of people are like, now that Linda's been confirmed as the Secretary of Education, that you'll see more of him, like the whole family, and that's why Stephanie disappeared like she did, and now she's been confirmed. Stephanie did that interview with Pat McAfee. But let's just say this: the best part of any WWE pay-per-view, and even Raw, is Pat McAfee.
How he gets into it.
Did you watch the Royal Rumble at all?
Where he started doing the eat with Uso?
No, I think it was Jacob Fatu. He was like, he called Michael Cole bitch, and you just hear Pat McAfee quietly go, he didn't mean it. And then when they were talking about possibility of Pat McAfee being in the Royal Rumble, Michael Cole said something about, he's like, you lasted 38 seconds. And he was like, well, the wife would be happy.
Oh yeah, I like Pat McAfee. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I like him. I like it when him and fucking Dominic get into it all the time.
Yeah, it just sucks that Corey Graves got because I'm not like, he's good, but I don't think he's as good as Corey Graves. That's Wade Barrett. So Corey Graves got upset that Pat McAfee took his spot on Raw, which I understandable. But Pat McAfee is the bigger star, and Pat McAfee is just so good at the color commentary. So.
I like Wade. I didn't mind Wade Barrett as a wrestler, but I always thought even as a wrestler, his mic skills just wasn't all that great.
Well, they replaced Corey Graves with Wade Barrett on SmackDown, so
yeah,
and that sucks because the best part about the pay-per-view was it was Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Pat McAfee on, and now you don't get that because Corey Graves got upset. They demoted him to NXT, so he was going to say some wild shit, and they just sent him home.
Yeah.
Did you see your boys getting back into wrestling though?
Who's that?
I can't. Is it Tommy Prescott? Is that his name? Tommy Prescott? Baron Corbin?
Oh, Baron Corbin. I heard rumors about it, but
I think his name's Tommy Prescott now, or
but
I think it's his actual name he's going by.
But I thought he was hurt because he went to the Houston Texans. Yeah, the Houston Texans playoff game. He went to the Chiefs game, and they said he was walking with a limp and had a knee brace on.
Because he didn't get released, his contract expired and they chose not to renew it.
Yeah, I knew that happened.
So he showed up. He did like one thing after that, and then
I think he did a couple Japanese wrestling shows, from what I was told. Like
no,
he went over
did. That was before this. He went and did something. I can't. It might have been a GCW show or no, because that's the one that's got him fired back up. It might have been he went and did a couple of Japanese shows, and then he was thinking about quitting, and then he did Bloodsport, the GCW show, and he was like, people were like, "Yeah, it's great to see you back," and he's like, he was actually pumped, and he's ready to get back into it.
Yeah, I didn't really like his character towards the end of his time. Like when he first came out, I enjoyed it. But that's like Bo Dallas, I understand that, Bray was his brother and everything. But to try to kind of live on Bray's legacy through Bo, I'm just not into it.
Oh, Alexa Bliss came back at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, she paid tribute to
Bray Wyatt. Fiend Forever. It had R and S in there. Friends Forever.
And see that
I've never been a Bo Dallas fan.
I actually like Bo Dallas when he was just Bo Dallas, and he'd come out like, "You can do anything as long as you believe." Because he's just that fucking nerdy character that would say shit like that and then just get demolished right off the bat. But And like I said, I mean, I understand, like Bray's his brother and everything, but to try to carry on Bray's legacy and what, the characteristic of Bray through his brother, I just don't agree with it. I'm not a fan of it. It's like, you should have left that whole, creepy horror thing. You should have left that with just Bray. Started something different. I mean, because you lost Bray and you lost, oh, fuck, what's his name?
Brody Lee.
Yeah, Brody Lee.
No, not Brody Lee. Brody King.
Yeah,
No,
Brody.
yeah, Brody Lee.
Yeah,
Brody King's the one that is in AEW. I get them mixed up.
Yeah, I do too. But yeah, you lost them two from, the Wyatt family group. So it's like, you already lost two main people of that group, and, now you're trying to start a whole nother one with Bo Dallas. And see, and I thought, like, they should have went longer with that, like, when they added Braun Strowman to the group. You just had these three giant, massive motherfuckers.
I gotta bounce. See y'all whenever.
I didn't even know you were still here. Have a good night.
Well, you're talking about wrestling, so I figured nothing I can really talk about, so.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I don't know, wrestling. Like I said, I got burned out when it got to the point where you could literally predict everything that was going to happen like 3 weeks ahead of time. I just got really burned out of it.
The update mods aren't available currently.
And I watched the clips.
They've been
kinda,
for the past like
still
3-4 weeks, and no one joins. I didn't bother uploading them tonight. Believe it or not, AEW got me back into it, and as cringy as it is these days, there's still some good stuff that's going on over there. But I feel like AEW has, especially since now that Vince is gone and Triple H is taking over, WWE's gotten a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, and see, and that's what I got thinking. I said, AEW is going to take a huge hit once Vince leaves and Triple H takes over, because now it's actually going to start getting good again. And that's my thing. That's why I keep watching these clips. So, like, you know what? Now that Vince is gone and Triple H is taking over, like, I feel like I am going to get back into it. It's not going to be the boring, predictive stuff. I mean, some of it will still be predictable. It's just
Charlotte Flair win the women's Royal Rumble Super Bowl.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. And can we say, how do you go from ugly to uglier?
Imagine spending all that money to be even uglier.
And that's and the worst part is, I don't know. It's almost like she acts like that people don't realize what she's done. Like, I think she
got
people
really butthurt about what was it, Brian Meltzer, something like that, saying she had plastic surgery. Yeah. It's like we all know, Charlotte. We all know.
Yeah,
you look nothing like you did when you debuted. We all know.
Not only that, like you're literally shining into the light like fresh plastic out of a mold machine. And I'm
just glad I'm not the only one that knows how droopy her ass was. Like it looked like she had a full diaper. And they didn't change it before she went out.
And I will say this, I'm glad they're kind of getting away from like the weird like boy-looking Rhea Ripley. Like they're actually letting her hair grow out shit, where she actually somewhat looks like a woman now.
Nah, she still looks like a man.
Oh no, I completely agree with that, but
just like that Jordan Grace, when she came out in the Royal Rumble, I was just like, that's a man. That's a man.
Oh yeah, can we talk about Trish Stratus being in the Royal Rumble?
Trish, did you say Trish Stratus?
Is that what I said?
Yeah, you said status.
Oh, I thought I said Stratus.
I'm a bit salty about the female Royal Rumble because Becky Lynch didn't come back.
Which I kind of figured she would. I wasn't expecting Trish to be in it.
She's under contract, so she's she's coming back sometimes. Just when, I don't know.
Going to probably be one of the ones where if women's division is kind of struggling to get views, they'll bring her back to up the views for a little bit.
They'll probably put the title on Charlotte and take it off either Rhea or whoever. Yeah, there you go.
It's Tiffy time.
And the probably Becky comes back and beats the shit out of Charlotte again for the title.
I don't understand and see, I'm not a fan of Charlotte. I feel like the only reason she's got what she's got is because of her dad.
100%.
I don't think she's that great of a wrestler.
No, well, she's good in the ring, and that's what a lot of people said, that if you look at over the past, decade or so, the best women's matches is usually whoever beats Charlotte Flair in a big match, because Charlotte Flair is a worker. She's not spectacular, but she is a worker and she knows how to put on a good match.
Yeah.
So I'll give her credit for that. But I am so sick and tired. And they honestly thought it might have been it's what she wanted, and that's why they were going to go with it. But they honestly thought they were going to bring her back as a babyface. It didn't work. She got booed out of the freaking. She almost got booed as much as Hulk Hogan did.
Like everybody should have known that with Alexis coming back, that was going to be the big one.
Well, Charlotte announced beforehand she's going to be in the Royal Rumble, so.
Oh, I know, but I mean, I think everybody know that, because there was rumors Alexis was coming back, and I think more people were a lot more excited for that news than Charlotte. I don't know. I just feel like because of her dad, they just try to shove Charlotte down everybody's fucking throat on everything involving women's. Just they try, and I like Liv Morgan, don't get me wrong, but with that whole storyline, I think they're just shoving her down so many people's throat now.
I've never could stand her, and have you ever seen the meme where it's or the Snapchat filter where it's you got a double chin and a weird huge grin? That's what she looks like. She looks like the human version of that Snapchat filter.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping with Alexis coming back, that's going to take some of the spotlight away from Liv and stuff like that.
Okay.
Oh, I know, it's not going to. I don't know. I really can't stand I just can't stand, Liv and Dominic and all them.
What's 7? 7's green bean? I don't know if I want to harvest those. I guess I can get a planter and start planting, can't I?
But I don't mind Tiffy, I don't mind her doing her thing right now.
Yeah. I don't think I have a planter.
Oh, and I can say I couldn't believe one of the Bellas came back. I wasn't expecting that.
Didn't care. I didn't care for them when they were actually wrestling.
I didn't either, because see, again, that's another one that was so fucking. I mean, they got to the point where 3 months before they turned on each other, everybody knew that was going to happen. And I didn't think their wrestling matches were all that great either. Halftime they're really short.
Because they couldn't wrestle.
Yeah, and it's just you guys are really kind of fucking boring to watch.
The only one that could wrestle out of the two is the one that's married to Daniel Bryan. She actually learned how to do it. The one that came back does not know how to wrestle.
No, not at all. See, I was a big AJ Lee fan. I wish,
There was rumors she was supposed to come back, but didn't happen.
Well, there was rumors that she was coming back when CM Punk came back, and they talked to her, and she's like, I've thought about it, but she goes, I'm kind of enjoying the staying at home life right now.
Well, she's got a career outside of wrestling. I can't remember what they said she did, but she's pretty happy with it.
Well, I know she does photography. She's part of it.
She's like dipped her toe back because she was in Heels with CM Punk, and then she was like a producer or something for the Women of Wrestling show that they had. I don't know whatever happened to it. It was like an all women's wrestling show, and she was tied up in it somehow. But...
Oh fuck! Well, you remember that show? What was the name of it? Where they had like Roddy Piper and they had all the old timers go stay in that house for like 3 months or whatever. They had to live together for 3 months. It was on the WWE network.
I do not remember this, but this sounds awesome.
Oh, I think it only lasted 1 year, but she had her hand in that one too. God, I have to remember.
Dude, can we do that with like if they want to take time off from in ring and just get like 12 of them, do like a Big Brother style?
Oh, it was. Oh, don't quote me. I know Roddy Piper was in it. I want to say Roddy Piper was in it. Mick Foley was in it. I think Booker was supposed to be in it, but he didn't end up doing it. Hacksaw was in it.
That's my Hacksaw Jim Duggan is one of my favorite of all time. I wish he got more respect.
Yeah. Well, he's looking old, but like they said, he's moving.
Battle cancer, didn't he?
Yeah, but they said he's more mobile now than he's ever been, since he's retired.
Yeah, he had that cancer scare a few years back, but I read his book. This dude is hilarious. He was like, because he used to be a volunteer firefighter, and he's like, can you imagine me just running out your house with an axe in hand?
Like, oh my God, 911, 911, my house is on fire. Wait, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, what are you doing here? Oh, you're going to put the fire? You imagine like your house is burned. It's like, Mr. Duggan, when you're done, can I get an autograph?
Oh.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think he's one of the most underrated character ever.
When I was a kid, they had a wrestling show for one of the shows at the fair one time or 1 year, and they had a bunch of people out there signing autographs like in the afternoon, and I met Jerry the King Lawler. He was awesome. He was the one that like took time to chat with me. Like he talked to me for a couple minutes. Super nice. Got his autograph. And then George the Animal Steel. This was like his later years, and he wasn't really all there, and he didn't say anything, but he signed an autograph for me. So Sergeant Slaughter was sitting next to him. And so this is a time when Sergeant Slaughter was commissioner, and like he was a dick. He was an absolute dick. Like I said something to him, and he told me not to talk to him unless I was going to pay for an autograph. And Hacksaw Jim Duggan was sitting next to him, and he was like, "No, you know what?" And he grabbed the paper, the 8x10 from George the Animal Steel. He's like, "I'll sign it." He signed it, and he slammed it down in front of Sergeant Slaughter. He's like, "Sign the damn paper for the kid." Sergeant Slaughter's like, all right.
Yeah, like I said, I agree with you. I always thought he was kind of very underrated wrestler.
Well, I think unfortunately his was it still Attitude? No, I think it might have been Ruthless Aggression era, which everybody unfortunately remembers, and it was just kind of him being a jobber, so nobody really remembers how awesome he really was. I could watch him all day.
Oh yeah.
I guess I can buy a planer. I don't think I have one.
I'll go get some to drink.
It's PC only. Bill, I just told you. You said you were on PC. And I told you that the mods are not updated. They were, but no one was joining, so I didn't bother updating them when I updated them this week. But yes, this is PC only. I think I'm going to get me a drink as well.
I mean, you think I'm joking? She has a nuclear bomb. Take a shower. Go downstairs and turn it on. Like, you try to build it up like you want to some super world and save the world. It's gotta be done. Tell me something to do this thing. You ain't in the Armageddon, bitch. Whatever. So I'm simple for tomorrow's supper. Yeah. Let's do those 2 cans of potato soup. Okay, well, we gotta get the pork chop. Well, I got plenty of time. Like I said, I took Monday and Tuesday off too.
Where's the other planner at, Tony? I don't see it. Unless you have it in the field.
Fuck my feet.
Yeah, I bet you're into that, buddy.
Do 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 do. So I know I'm weird because like I could drink pop like at room temperature and be okay with it. But Sprite, on the other hand, Sprite is the one pop that I have to have extremely cold in order to drink it.
Weird.
Like there's just something about freezing cold Sprite, like just so crisp. And as much as I hate McDonald's, I will give McDonald's credit. They got the best Sprite out of anybody.
Well, you know, it's because they I got a deal with Coke that they're allowed to use more syrup than any other.
It may be. I don't know. I don't know.
100%. They
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they have a deal with Coke that they use more syrup than anybody else. Any other chain. That's why their sodas always taste more like that flavor, so more cokey and everything because they use more syrup.
But see, like to me, the rest of the pops always taste watered down, but their Sprite is always like the most perfect Sprite of all Sprites. Like I will literally go to McDonald's just to get a Sprite. It's like it hits your breath. It hits the inside. It's just like the perfect coolness.
I'm a huge Sprite guy.
Oh, I love Sprite.
If I'm gonna drink a lemon lime soda, it's gonna be what it used to be Sierra Mist. What is it's called something else now?
Is that Spree or no? Not
Starry.
Starry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be my go-to.
Yeah, I can't remember. Something about they got a lawsuit why they had to change from Sierra Mist to Starry, if I remember right.
Tony,
Which is like one of them deals like, why would you just do now something like Sierra Mist has been around for
sell it
like years, and now all of a sudden you're going to sue over the name?
Oh, it's not actually Mist from Sierra.
I'm surprised somebody hasn't done that. I thought it was going to be mist off of Sierra's body.
Well, you sir are just weird.
Well, we are in America. There's a lot of weird people.
Yeah, I don't know if I like the steering. We're gonna go back to the.
I mean, me personally, I'm more of a cherry Coke is my crack. I will drink cherry Coke over anything any day of the week.
Yep. Hands
and
down.
then
cherry Coke
regular
from Chick-fil-A. Oh.
Mm-hmm. So like my top. So cherry Coke is my number one. Regular Coke's my number two. I like my Barks root beer, and then Sprite's number 4.
Barks over mug? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
I'm a Coca-Cola guy.
Mug is just where it's at.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I like mug. Don't get me wrong. I do like mug. Now, if you're talking about like root beer floats, I'll take mug over anybody on root beer floats. It's like the perfect root beer for root beer floats. And I know everybody's going to be mad at me. They're like, A&W. And it's like, yeah, A&W's alright, but I don't know. There's just something about having Mug's root beer with vanilla ice cream that just, it's like the perfect combo.
Fair. Mug's my favorite. I think it's got like more of a vanilla-y taste to it.
It does, and like I said, I'm not putting Mug. I love Mug. I'll drink Mug too, but I think it's because I'm a Coca-Cola guy, so like I'm more acquired to the Barks flavor than I am Mug. But I still enjoy Mug too, because I don't like Dr. Pepper. I don't like Pepsi. So like,
you don't like Dr. Pepper?
No. I think what it was is, like, when I was younger, like, my aunt was a big Dr. Pepper fan, and, like, I spent a lot of time over at my aunt and uncle's, and that's all I drank. I think I got to the point that, like, I don't know, I think I just got tired of it. Like, I just got really extremely burned out on it.
That was the best part about Dr. Pepper, is it was like, it was like, if, back in the day, it didn't matter where you went. If they had Coke products or Pepsi products, they always had Dr. Pepper.
Now, I will say this, and I hate Diet Pop with a passion, but if it comes down to, like, you had no choice but to drink one of the Diet Pops, Diet Dr. Pepper's the best one out of them all. I don't understand how people
you would drink Diet soda when it's just bad for you. It's like,
well, because idiots like our hospital here in town, that they don't sell regular pop, they just sell Diet Pop. Which
that's how it was up in Philadelphia.
Again, it makes no sense because you're right. They've like literally proven, like scientific proof of facts, that Diet Pop is 10 times worse than regular pop. But they're like, oh, it's got diet in it, so we're going to sell it because we're a hospital. Of course, our hospital's weird. They're like, yeah, we don't like to serve anything with sugar in it. But you literally go to their cafeteria and they sell like Monster and Red Bull.
Oh, not up there in Philadelphia.
It's like, so let me get this straight. You won't sell Coca-Cola or Cherry Coke and stuff like that because, you know, it's bad for you. but you'll still diet pop, which is even worse, and then you sell like energy drinks. Like, how does that make sense? Like, you guys are very, very fucking backwards. So yeah, like anytime I go to the hospital, like I said, all you get is a choice of diet pop. I will drink Diet Dr. Pepper just because it's the only one that. And being a Coca-Cola fan, I don't understand where people get the idea that Diet Coke
some soybeans up here.
It's horrible, and Diet Pepsi's like
because he's planting
10 million times worse.
Wheat and barley up there. Right, that's barley and that's wheat. Yeah, so I'll do some soybeans down here.
I mean, if I had it my way, I just wouldn't drink Diet Pop, period. But
that was when my wife was up there at the hospital in Philadelphia. Like the first time I went to get something to eat, I went to the cafeteria, and I was like looking around. I was like, "Why is all this shit diet? Diet, sugar-free, diet." I was like, "Oh no!" And I drank one. It wasn't even diet. The only thing they had was Diet Pepsi. And I was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, so I definitely don't understand the Diet Pepsi shit.
For my next meal, I was like, what's around here that I could like walk to? And there was Jimmy John's right down at the bottom. Like if you go to the bottom floor and walk to the left, there's Jimmy John's. That's where everybody was going. Like you could just see a line of people coming from the hospital going there because it's the nearest place you could get actual soda.
Yeah. Don't understand it. That's like the few times I've been in the hospital. They're like, "Would you like us to bring you up a Diet Pepsi?" No, you're more than welcome to give me drugs that kill me. I'd rather do that. I was like, "Can I get a Coca-Cola or a Cherry Coke?" "Oh, no, sir. We don't allow those on our premises. That's bad for you."
Says the nurse that's sitting out back smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, it's like that is bad for you, but you're selling Diet Pop, which has literally been scientifically proven to be 10 times worse than regular pop. That makes sense, logic.
Yeah, that way, when you had like the sugar just rot your teeth, but if they give you diet soda, which actually affects your internal shit, then they get to they can actually see you then. They're not dentists.
No. But a lot of your hospitals will be the ones that perform oral surgery, though. So they still get a chunk of money. I figured the PJs would have been on by now.
Oh, he said he wasn't going to be here tonight. He'd be here tomorrow night.
Ah.
He said he wasn't going to be around. He's having a trip.
Oh boy. Is he deeply regretting buying the house?
Yeah.
I figured. But you gotta learn at some point. The first one I got, I wasn't really happy with either. Then I happened to find this one.
Not to mention he has no flooring in the room where his computer's set up.
That's what I was gonna ask if he's got flooring in there yet.
He was like, I gotta put my slippers on. This concrete flooring's cold.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I didn't even ask him if he got because he's from what he was telling me, his office area is like right close to the garage door, and he was saying that the
garage door probably leaks air in, which means it goes into his.
The insulation around it was garbage, and he's like, it's just cold air steady blowing in. I don't know if you ever fixed that, but he was like, my downstairs near the garage is like 20 degrees colder than the rest of the house.
Yep.
Not only that, he's talking about getting he's applying for new jobs. He's talking about getting out where he's at now.
Oh boy.
He was, because I was scrolling through Instagram while I was waiting for him to start the match last night, and I saw that Puma is doing a collab with Ninja Turtles, and it was the coolest I've ever seen. I'm not a sneaker guy, but it was like the shoe box was like in the shape of stacked up pizza boxes.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And the shoes had like stripes down the side for each of the turtles, and then the shoelaces that for each of their colors. I was like, that's cool. He's like, don't even. He was, I wonder if I can apply there again. I can only imagine them looking at you and be like, yeah, we'll rehire you, but you're not allowed to be anywhere near the budget this time.
That ain't no shit. What do you mean? You know, last time we let you do, you just, you kind of fucked us.
He was like, when I left, they were just getting into all the collaborations. Now they got all these cool collaborations coming out.
Donald Trump revokes Biden's security clearance. Joe, you're fired.
I saw that earlier. They're making all uproar about it, but yet Biden did the same to him.
They're making an uproar literally on everything this guy has done.
Yeah, can you imagine being upset about the stupid shit that we spent money on as a nation? Like, I don't get how people look at all, like, they're like, oh, he's evil, he's cutting all this funding, blah, blah, blah. It's like, did you see what we were paying for?
Yeah.
We were paying to train clowns how to tie balloons. We were paying for a Sesame Street show over in Iraq or whatever.
We paid.
Why?
We paid Egypt almost $900 million to
promote
do
tourism.
On, no, they spent $900 million to Egypt to do research on transvestites. Procedures.
Lord Jesus.
$900 million for procedures to help out transvestites. I was like, really? That's what you're spending? I'm busting my ass nonstop just so you can figure out to help somebody turn into a woman? No, I'm good. Oh, yeah, then everybody got pissed off because he put a ban on, transgender men being in women's sports. And again, it cracks me up because these are the same people that got mad because, like, that fucking one bitch that did the swimming. Like, well, she's got an unfair advantage and this and that, and they shouldn't be allowed to be in the sport. Then Trump does it. Well, he's just a pig. I don't agree with it. It's like,
well, they didn't agree with her. Are you talking about, what's her name? Was it Riley Gaines? I think it was.
I don't remember. The one that fucking, she was a swimmer and she was just beating the shit out of everybody, just smoking them. That's what started the whole, the whole debate of, like, even if they're transgender, they shouldn't still be allowed to do women's sport.
But I hardly agree with that because a man's body is
literally built different.
The genetics are different. We're built to be stronger. We're built like it's not just you're was it toxic masculinity? No, it's science. Our bones are denser. We're built to take a beating. Women aren't. And there's
Well, just
like it's
just
not fair to
it's-
have a man boxing a woman. That's domestic violence.
Well, it's just like the swimmer. Like they're not understanding. Like for one, this dude is like a foot taller than you, which means his arm length is a lot longer, which
Yep.
means he can dig in further, dig and pull himself harder. His bone mass is a lot bigger, so his body's bigger, which again, more mass pulling his weight through the water faster. You know, but again, it cracks me up because all these people were bitching about him winning this event. You know, they wanted this ban, but because Trump did it, now they're against it. It's like you sound so fucking ignorant. Like this is literally what you begged for.
No, they were against it from the beginning. They were like, he identifies as a woman, so he should be allowed to compete as a woman. The only one that was the actual female swimmer, she was like campaigning hard for it, and that's why everybody was making fun of her and talking trash on her.
Oh
like,
no, there was a lot of women that were fucking pissed off because they were like, "Oh, this is basically, you know, a man can't win in his sport, so he's going to come over to women and destroy us and win."
The Republican women were, but the liberal women were never for it. They were always against it before Trump even said anything.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's Republican or supposed Republican women. They're all for banning it, you know. Then like Trump's doing it, they're like, "Oh no, that's not right. You're taking away their rights."
I haven't heard any Republican woman be against that. They're all 100% for it.
Oh yeah, I mean, fucking look at he had literally a group of all girls different ages and different sports that were behind him clapping as he was signing that thing.
The sad part about it is it's well documented that quite a few of these transgender athletes literally could not make it in the men's division, so they got a sex change so they could compete in women's sports. Yeah, they knew they would dominate. It's just like it's so bad. Even South Park was making fun of it. They had the guy that looked like Macho Man competing in the women's Olympics.
Oh yeah. It's embarrassing.
Well,
like I said, but again, it cracks me up because like all these, and especially women, fucking crack me. When Bruce Jenner turned into Caitlyn Jenner, they were all for it. They were like, "Oh yeah, we support him, and if you don't support him, you're a piece of shit." And then what happens?
He wins Woman of the Year, and then
wins Woman of the Year, and they
man.
flip their shit. They're like, "Wait a minute." I don't remember him going and dealing with all these cramps and this and that. I don't remember him dealing with pregnancy. He's like, what are you mad about now? Like 2 months ago, you were all excited. You said everybody should support him. Well, yeah, but that was before he won Woman of the Year. He ain't a woman. Well, 2 months ago, according to you, he was a woman.
The woman on TikTok summed it up best. She was like, "No man can tell me what I can't do with my uterus, but you can also be a woman without having a uterus." That's the world we live in.
Pretty much.
Don't get me wrong. I don't care what you do in your personal life. If you wanna make yourself a woman, what have you. I don't care what you do in your own personal life. Don't try to convince me that the science is different than what's scientifically proven. There's one female, one male gender. There's no 72 genders. No, that's not how it works.
Like what pisses me off.
Don't try to sit there and convince me that a man can compete in women's sport and make it fair. It's not true. It's by no means true when science has proven that our bodies are built differently. Okay, it's not just a man has a vagina or a man has a penis and a woman has a vagina. These days, that statement can be easily confused. But you know, scientific like other parts of our bodies are different.
Well, it kills me because they're like all these people are like, "Oh, look at the facts. Look at the science facts." Then you bring up that fact. Well, science is wrong. It's like, well, how
science
is science
can be
right
wrong.
about? It's like, how is science right about all this other shit? But then, like, there's, like, it's well known in the entire world there's two genders, and now all of a sudden science is wrong? My thing is like, and here's my thing, like, if you want to be a woman, great. If you're a woman, you want to be a man, great. But don't fucking don't take my money. You know, here I am struggling to live check by check because the economy's turned to shit. And I'm busting my ass, damn near killing myself on a weekly basis just so the government could take half my fucking paycheck and give it to you to have your sex change. Now, how is that fair to me? I don't agree with you doing it. If you want to do it, that's fine. But you want to use your own fucking money.
Pay for your own pocket.
Yeah, why should I have to bust my ass and barely make it and not know if I'm going to have enough money to feed my kid or take care of my kid or get the medicine anybody needs? Just so fucking Johnny Blowhole here sucks at regular men's sports, so he wants to be a woman now. Play in a fucking women's sport.
Like, yeah, do you? But you know, if you're a man, you want to be a woman, by all means, you do you, boo boo. I don't want to pay for it, and I don't want to see you hanging out in the bathroom where my daughter's using the bathroom at. Okay?
Yep.
Nope.
Exactly.
Don't go into schools. And everybody's like, they've made a huge deal. It's like, oh, you've been entertained by drag for decades now. Now it's a problem. And they had pictures of like Robin Williams and Mrs. Doubtfire, Tyler Perry as Medea, stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, you're missing the huge difference there. Those were entertainers that weren't in thongs twerking in front of kindergartners.
Exactly. That's the thing. They weren't trying to
teaching
sexualize
positive life lessons. Not
they weren't sexualizing the whole drag thing. They were not sexualizing it at all. In fact, they were both like fat old women, basically. Like, nobody's going to sit there and be like, huh, I want that transvestite, the fat old one. That's what I want.
Well, it's not even that. Like, it was...
Like, nobody's sexualizing that. Like, the transvestites and stuff that you're bringing into schools
on the default
to teach
map.
Little kids how to be gay and stuff like that.
There's not any good
They were
maps
literally...
out so
There's
far.
a video of them, like, wearing thongs and bra and twerking in a library.
Yeah. At an elementary school. Like, that's...
Yeah.
It's like these people are tone deaf to... Like, they accuse us of being tone deaf and not understanding that, you know, there's people... no, we get it. We get it. You're being tone deaf, and the part is you're comparing a dude dressed like a woman twerking in front of children compared to a dude dressed like a woman that's teaching you, like, to entertain you in a movie that's actually also teaching you like a valuable lesson. Like, Mrs. Doubtfire, your kids are important. Medea, all the different shit Medea has promoted. I mean, it's like like they only see, oh, you have a problem with a guy in drag. No,
well,
no. There's a time and a place for it, and in a elementary school, no, that is not the place for it.
Well, like, here's what pissed me off. So, like, when Donald Trump did the whole, you know, the ban on the transvestite shit like that, a woman, and of course I want to say it, I think it is California, is wanting to sue Donald Trump because now he's made it difficult for her 8-year-old transvestite son, who's now her daughter, can't play sports. First of all, why is an 8-year-old changing sex?
Yep.
I mean, 8-year-olds do not have the intellect to make those kind of decisions.
Nope.
I don't give a shit what they say. They don't have the intellect to make those decisions. And all these people like, oh, you boomers, you're just so old, you know, you guys are dumb back in the day. No, you guys are still literally dumb. Like, in fact, the newer the generation, the dumber you fucking idiot kids are. Like, straight fucking... Like, you're calling us dumb, but you literally made the words like bang because you don't want to add the extra B into it. Or cray-cray, because somehow that's shorter than crazy. And you're calling us stupid.
Longer.
Yeah,
you're calling
syllables. Yeah, you're calling us stupid, but you do shit like that. You call us stupid.
Same amount of syllables.
Yeah, you're calling us stupid, but now we have to put warning labels on Tide Pod boxes to let people know that you're not supposed to eat them. But we're the idiots.
This doesn't make any sense.
Oh, it really don't. And yeah, I threw a fit because I was like, why is an 8-year-old kid... How is an 8-year-old kid and already a transvestite? Like, for one, why are doctors allowing the parents to even make this decision to say it's okay, hey, my boy wants to be a woman, turn him into a woman? Like, that hospital should have been sued and shut down immediately for allowing that to even happen.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. So, like, the law is, all across the country, you're not supposed to be allowed to get a tattoo without your parents' permission if you're under the age of 18. So you have to have parents' permission to get a tattoo, but you could be 8 years old and not have your parents' permission, and you could turn into a woman now. Like, make that make sense.
That's what doesn't, like, we require people to be 18 to make life choices. But it's okay for them to choose to be a boy and girl at 8 years old? Like, no.
Yeah.
Like, what we also understood that just because girls do, like, play boy games and stuff like that, it's called a tomboy. When they get older, doesn't mean they're a boy. When they get older, they still identify as a female. Like, even, your son likes to play with baby dolls? Okay. Yeah, it doesn't just because they like a certain toy or a certain activity that's deemed to be more for the other gender doesn't mean that he wants to be a girl or she wants to be a boy.
Exactly.
People are so stupid to figure out, and then they're giving these kids chemical castrations, and it's irreversible. So when that kid is actually grown up and can actually think for himself and not having a parent put this shit into his brain, he's gonna be like, oh, well, I don't really want to be a girl, I want to be a guy. It's too late. Yep. Your dumbass parents already castrated you.
Yep.
It's like, your kid, when your kid gets to 18, if he decides that, hey, he wants to be a girl, by all means, let him. He's old enough to make his own decisions now. But as a parent, you should let your kid, like, I'm not religious, but if my kid wanted to, attend church, by all means, let him go. Let them learn. Let them make their own choices. Like, you stay out of it and let them form their own opinions and let them learn themselves. And then when, they come to you for help, you help guide them. You don't just say, you're wearing a dress? Oh, you must want to be a girl. Let's take you to the doctor and chop your weenus off.
Yep.
I don't know where it's sad because it's our generation that's doing it. It's our generation. It's just like, what happened? What happened? I know my parents didn't do that shit to me. Like,
no.
I don't know. And that's saying something because you know how I feel about my mother.
Yeah, I don't. It's sad.
At least we got some common sense in office now, hopefully.
Just like everybody's pissed off because the DEI. Like, oh, he's just racist. I said, no. I said, explain to me how this is a good idea. Oh, so you're saying minorities and this and that don't have a chance? You shouldn't have a chance? I said, no, nobody's saying that. He's not even saying that. I said, well, the problem is the way that law is set up, that these companies have to hire these people because they're minorities, whether they're qualified for that job or not. I said, that's where the fucked up part is. You don't hire because of somebody's color. You hire because of the qualification they have.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it so happens if a black guy comes up and he's more qualified than everybody else, okay, you hire him for that job. You're literally ruining companies because they're forced to hire these people that are not qualified because, you know, they have to be, you know, they have to have diversity. Well, now these people are making bad decisions and destroying these companies. And they're like, well, you know, there's just not okay. Well, again, that's, you know, how's that anybody's fault? You know, if they want more black people to be, you know, more successful higher up, then these people should, you know, go to college or get the education or do what they got to do to be able to have a chance at that opportunity.
And let's stop favoring doing the same damn shit in colleges where, you know, if you're a certain race, you're exempt from the grades, whatever. So you get to get in college, and then you do the same shit where you don't learn. Now, how about we pump more money into our, you know, education system and stop letting it be like, oh, well, they weren't doing good, so we changed the grading system so that now instead of a 92, you can get an 89 and get an A, or, you know, instead of a 60s failing, now it's a D, so they don't fail, so that we don't hurt their feelings. I'm like, what?
Yep.
What? No.
Like, I'm sorry, like, the whole child left behind thing was a fucking joke. And they're like, oh, but, you know, what about the kids that struggle? Well, half of them are struggling because they choose to do that. Like, not very many times is it because the kids, like, just straight stupid. A lot of it is kids that, you know, don't have nobody pushing them. You know, they're not getting pushed to try better. I said, you know, again, you know, people talk about it's not fair. Well, how is it fair for little Johnny and little Susie here that, you know, bust their ass learning and getting an education and trying their best on these tests, and they're getting the same shit that dumbass, you know, Mike here is doing, and he don't have to do half the work. That's like so many people got pissed off at James Harrison because, you know, he was throwing away his kids' trophies and stuff. They're like, why does my kid deserve a trophy just for showing up?
Mm-hmm.
He said, you know, he goes, I got Super Bowl rings. He goes, I didn't get those rings just because I showed up to work. Because you have to earn it. And they were like, well, you know, what if he never gets the opportunity to earn it? He goes, well, then he should have tried harder.
See, that's a bad analogy though, because it doesn't matter what you did on that team, as long as you were on that team that won the Super Bowl, you get a ring. Even if you don't play a single down in the playoffs, in the Super Bowl, you still get a ring. So it's kind of like a participation trophy for those who didn't do anything in the actual Super Bowl. Even if you're like behind, like you're just someone in the front office, you get a ring. It's just like, yeah, you didn't do anything there.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you're still part of the, you know, you're still part of the organization that, you know, bust their ass to get to that point.
Yeah.
I need to stretch, but I can't.
But it's also like your third string quarterback that doesn't play a down in the Super Bowl. Do you think when Kansas City wins the Super Bowl, he should get a ring? When he didn't play one single down all year. Do you think he deserves a ring? Does he deserve that stat as he won a Super Bowl?
But see, there again, though, you know, people don't realize, like, you know, even though you're third string, you're still actually contributing to the thing because, like, right there, a lot of times what they do is Patrick Mahomes will get grouped up with the other quarterbacks. They'll look over plays and they'll be like, oh, hey, you know, do you see this guy open? You know, this is how you can improve this play. You know, like, they're still...
I don't think your third-string quarterbacks provided much to Patrick Mahomes. Just putting that out there.
Well, I'm not gonna be not Patrick Mahomes, but in
I
general,
can see in a situation where it's like when we had Robert Griffin III as like our third string, like he has a little bit of experience, and for these younger quarterbacks, he's providing
that's what I'm saying. Though, maybe
some.
not too much Patrick Mahomes, but like all your other quarterbacks, like a lot of them, they feed off each other. Like, hey, because playing sports, there's certain things that you're not going to see on the field actually playing the game like they can off the field, being on the sideline. So, he's going to come over and like, hey, like, well, how come this didn't work? And, your third string or second string will come and is like, hey, this is what we saw, this is how you could improve this. You missed this guy completely open.
Does that third string quarterback, does he deserve the Super Bowl champion title?
I mean, if you're helping your starting quarterback make better decisions, I mean,
let's look at what's his name. What was Tom Brady's backup that went he went somewhere else and he just completely bombed? Well, hadn't that been all of them? Do you think they deserve the Super Bowl champion title?
Well, I mean, that's the case. Look at oh fuck, what's his name? He played at University. He was even our freaking backup for a little bit. Chase Daniels. Chase Daniels got 5 Super Bowl rings with different teams, all different teams. But he still made the contribution. He still helped out. Like even Drew Brees made it. Like when he won the Super Bowl with New Orleans Saints, he said, Chase came out and he showed me a couple plays where I've missed stuff, and we went back and did the same plays. I hit the receivers that I was missing. Help get down the field.
It feels more like a participation trophy.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, you got to have backups. I mean, so what are you going to say? Like, you guys, you're going to say, oh, only bring Lamar Jackson, and if he gets hurt, we're fucked because now we don't got a quarterback?
Seems legit to me. We're fucked with only him anyway, so. Even though apparently he had the best stats for a quarterback this year, according to a lot of people.
All right, the fucking MVP thing. So they're pissed off like that, but they weren't pissed off the fact that he won MVP last year and had the worst stats out of all the quarterbacks that were in the running for it. It's like this is why I hate NFL fans. Like, they're so double standard. Like, oh, Lamar Jackson, he's the best. It's like, really? Because out of the 3 quarterbacks that were in the running, he had the worst stats out of all of them, but somehow won it. But now you fast forward to this year, he's got the best stats, but he loses to Josh Allen, who had less stats than him. And now you're pissed. If you want to be technical, neither one of them should have fucking won MVP. As much as I hate the Eagles, Saquon Barkley really deserved to be the MVP.
The only reason I wouldn't want, I'm watching the ads because apparently Elon Musk has bought 5 30-second ad spaces to talk about how wasteful government spending is.
Yeah, I don't give a shit what anybody says. I like Elon Musk.
Yeah, I've always been an Elon Musk fan.
Because they're like, oh, Elon, won't you put your money where your mouth is? He's like, okay. And then he'll just do it out of pure spite.
Like I'll do these
just like, him
peas.
buying Twitter. They're like, oh, you won't do it. You're just lying out your fucking ass. You ain't gonna fucking do it. So he's like, okay, I just bought Twitter.
Yeah, he just. Like I said, I've been a fan of him long before everybody started hating him. Mm-hmm. Just because he's an entertaining guy. Just to listen to him, he's an entertaining guy. And then people get all butthurt because he comes out and back in Trump, and it's just like, oh, before that was because he was a millionaire or billionaire, and he was like, they're like, we shouldn't take advice from guys that have like multi-billion-dollar mansions, but you'll do it for celebrities. So he was like, "I'll tell you what I'll do." He sold off all of his houses, and he's living in his little. It's like
It's a regular house,
tiny
like
home. The tiny homes outside of his where his Starbase, Texas, is at.
Yep.
He's just like, I'll sell all my houses and all my cars and everything. If that's what makes me irrelevant, like my beliefs irrelevant, I'll sell it all. He did it, and they're still talking shit about him.
I just think what's funny is like, you guys run your mouth to him all the time, tell him he won't do this and he won't do that. And then just out of pure spite, and he's going to do it out of pure spite. Whether he really wants to do it or not, he's just going to do it just to piss people off. He'll turn around and do it. And it's what cracks me up. They're like, oh, you won't do this, you're a piece of shit. Then he's like, okay, I'm going to do it. It's like, you guys fucking crack me up. You're pissed off saying he won't do it, but then you get pissed off when he does it. Knowing the man is one of the richest men in the world and can afford to do that shit.
And not afraid to do it.
Like, oh, you won't buy Twitter. That's too expensive. He's like, okay, I just bought it. Actually, I gave him, what was it, like triple more than what the asking price was?
Yeah.
Just to piss him off even more was the best part. And they said, why'd you spend more money than what they were asking? He goes, oh, just to piss people off. He's like, what's funny? You claim this man never puts his money where his mouth is, but then he literally does in front of you. Just out of pure spite.
My favorite part
people are still too stupid.
My favorite part is they claim that he spreads misinformation, and then he implements in Twitter the fact checking thing where if you post something, they immediately fact check you, and they use the Democrat sites to, like, someone posted Trump's approval rating is lower than it's ever been, and he posted, the fact check was like, actually, if you go by CNN, it's the highest it's ever been. I was like, damn, okay, all right.
Like, this dude, like, if you want to be brutally honest, this dude is a billionaire troll.
Yeah, he's
literally what he is. He's a billionaire troll. He trolls the fuck out of everybody just because he can.
He is, him and Trump as a team are perfect because they're both just gigantic trolls. They are the embodiment of an internet troll. Just, they have the money and the don't give a fuck attitude that they'll do everything they say they'll do.
Well, just like when, the first time Trump was in office, they're like, oh, Trump, people are so, people aren't going to be afraid of Trump. I said, you think people aren't afraid? Like, you think he's not scared of, he's scared of everybody? They're like, oh yeah, Trump's going to be a little bitch. I said, so let me get this straight. Trump's a little bitch, but he's over here at the same time calling Kim Jong-un Little Rocket Man. Yeah. The same Kim Jong-un that has been threatening for the last 8 years to hit us with a nuclear bomb and kill everybody in America. The first thing Donald Trump goes, oh, we don't listen to the Little Rocket Man.
What's up, Broken River Farms? How are you?
I said, this is the one man that even Putin's like, yeah, we're not going to fuck with you. And they were like, why? They said, people think I'm crazy. He's actually crazier. Like, I will talk about hitting the red button that sends off nuclear bombs. He will actually do it.
And I just love how everybody, like, all the whole time when he was, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put tariffs on Canada and Mexico. I'm going to do it. And they're both their prime minister or presidents that were just like, they ain't going to do it. He ain't going to do it. If we just, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're not going to be pushed around by him. And both of them caved in 48 hours.
Yep.
Both of them was like, please don't.
Exactly. Well, I think what's funny is, like, he was already ending the Russian-Ukraine war before he actually technically stepped in office.
And then Biden tried to take credit for it.
Yeah.
What's up, Redneck Gaming 98? How are you? But did you see Elton John's reaction to him calling him Rocket Man?
Yeah.
Elton John started laughing. I thought it was brilliant. It's like,
That's
even
fun.
Elton John is not offended by it. Like, why are you people so upset?
You know, that's just like I'm
good
still
to
trying
hear,
to figure
Red
out where everybody's getting that he's racist.
He
Like,
wasn't
he's the most
racist until
racist.
he ran for the Republican candidate.
Yeah. And I said, well, what's funny? I said the only reason everybody's calling him racist is because Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton is the one that started it.
Yeah, and
I
then
said,
you remember
but what's funny is them two would be sitting in prison right now if it wasn't for Donald Trump because he bailed them both out of tax evasion charges.
you see where they put the clip, they put up the two clips together where Jesse Jackson was going on, was like, there's no greater friend to the black community than Donald Trump. He's been funding black entrepreneurs for years, and then it cut to after he announced he was running for president. Donald Trump's a racist.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and like, here's what cracks me up. And they're like, oh, he's so racist. I said, he's racist, but he's pardoned more black people out of prison than any other president. And you're trying to vote for Kamala Harris. And you're voting for Kamala Harris, who's putting more black people into prison than any other presidential candidate ever.
Biden just pardoned literally everybody. He just...
Oh, yeah, because he wanted to make... But here's what cracks me up. They're like, oh, he's such a saint. I said, Joe Biden's a saint. They're like, yeah. I said, you do realize some of the people he's pardoned, right? They're like, what about it? I said, you know, the people that helped make 9/11 happen, you know? I know half you idiots weren't born yet, but, you know, the big thing where... you know, planes were flying into building and killed tens of thousands of people. Yeah, those people, those are the ones he let out of prison.
Yep.
Or what's funny is he pardoned his whole family, but claims they're innocent. I said, well, how do you pardon an innocent person then?
What the hell are you on about?
Like, if they're innocent, why would you pardon them? They have nothing to worry about.
Oh, yourself?
They're like,
he
well,
playing
he's going to go after my
25
family. Too. I mean, just like you went after him and his family the entire time you were in presidency. Like, isn't that calling the kettle black there, people?
And then the first day he signed an executive order to stop political prosecution of your opponents.
Yep.
But he's the one that's gonna, go after. Yeah, okay. Half of Biden's family deserve to be in jail.
Yep.
And just to show you how hypocritical these people are, Jon Stewart's making fun of Trump, even though he did the exact same thing.
Yep.
It's like he did literally the same exact thing, and he's making fun of Trump. But he did the same thing, and it's okay for him to do it, but it's not okay for Trump to do it. Okay.
Yep. But yeah, like I said, it cracks me up. They claim Trump's racist, but again, he got more black people out of prison than any other president.
I was like,
they claim he's homophobic and hates the gay community, but he was the first president to hire an openly gay person to his cabinet.
Not to mention, hosted his wedding at his home. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's homophobic.
I said,
and there's that clip of him in Los Angeles where he immediately looks to the guy to his left who is openly gay and says he would be a great person to, like, without even stopping and thinking. They're like, can we have someone to help us, and he immediately turned to him, well, he'd be a great guy to have on it. Openly gay.
Yeah.
Didn't hesitate whatsoever. Didn't have to think about it.
And they were like, oh, he's a pedophile, this and that. I said, what about Joe Biden?
Will Ferrell,
well, Joe Biden isn't a creep.
Makes sense.
He literally is known for sniffing kids. I said, and he's known for being racist. They said, well, how's he known for being racist? I said, he literally says, he talked about he did not want his kids going to school with a bunch of jungle monkeys. I said, then, the whole 50 years he's been...
Just said that on YouTube.
Well, I mean, you can find it anywhere. It's not like it's a
I know
secret.
He said it, but you just said it on YouTube, which just got me demonetized.
No, well, then YouTube's part of the problem fucking too, because, I mean, you can literally pull up the clips all over YouTube too, but... I mean, and
It's
then you
okay.
got,
He's running for president for the Democratic Party.
okay.
Yep. Look, just got my monetization back.
Yeah. But then, you know, like, he literally doing an interview, and he's talking about one of the most joyous day of his life was when he was in a swimming pool with a bunch of little kids, and they were rubbing his leg. Like, he goes, oh, that got me excited. And you're sitting there saying that's not creepy. But again, and then it goes back to racist. He's not racist, but he's only signed one bill in the 50 years he's been in politics. He signed one bill. And that one bill was a bill that allowed New York City cops to specifically go after black people no matter what. I said, there's all these facts out here, but you don't want to look at that and call him a racist. Oh, and then let's not also forget, he literally went on national TV and said, if you're black and vote for Donald Trump, then you're not black. Like, how is that not racist?
Not to mention, his mentor was in the KKK. That's all just, we're just gonna. And not only that, it was while he was vice president, spoke at his funeral. So it's not like that was just in the past. That was still a thing. And
Yeah.
he was vice president, so.
Yeah, it's like,
You know,
he's like, how do you people not see, like, you always talk about you want to see facts, but then the facts get presented to you, but when it doesn't meet your demeanor, then those facts automatically go out the window.
Because they're taken out of context.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know.
Well, and then
Bullshit, he didn't
here's the
know.
thing. If he didn't know, that means he's not mentally capable of doing the job. So why did you put him in there to begin with? That's what always cracked me up. Well, he didn't know. Well, how do you not know? If you're not able to know the stuff that you're doing, then you don't have the mental capability to do the job. So why were you voted in? So again, it goes to show that you guys are
Orange Man's
idiots.
bad.
Yeah, it goes to show that you guys are just as stupid because you voted the guy who's not mentally capable of doing the job into office.
That's what I love. That they when they realized that he wasn't running again, they immediately started attacking Trump's age. It's like you just spent the past 6 months telling us that Joe Biden, who's what 6-7 years older, is more than perfectly okay to serve as president for another 4 years.
Well, these are
But
the same
Trump's
people
not.
that.
He's too old. Okay.
You gotta remember, they're the same people that were like, "Oh, Bernie Sanders would be good." I mean, the 103-year-old Bernie Sanders, the one that's been around since the 1870s. That one.
The guy that got called out by RFK.
Yeah, the guy that literally gets busted.
Not
falling
true.
asleep.
Not true.
The guy that literally gets busted passing out at every convention he goes to.
The guy claims to be about the people, but he's out here driving like a $1 million car while everybody else is suffering.
Pretty much.
Well, Bernie, I'm glad you brought that up because you yourself is taking money from Big Pharma. Not true. Not true. It's because I ran for president.
Yeah.
You can tell when they're lying because they tend to interrupt and overtalk the person who's actually speaking the truth.
Yep.
Just like everybody was all on board RFK until he backed Trump. Now we've never liked him. He's the Kennedy that even freaking PJs has gone as far as to say PJs. It's like, well, they always say he's been weird. Like he was the weird Kennedy. Like, oh, but everybody was like, oh, I can get behind RFK Jr. until he came out for Trump.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what kills me. He's like, all these Democrats are like, oh, Republicans are the most violent people in the world, this and that. But then, like, something happens, Republicans, they don't need to be killed. It's like, wait, you're telling me I'm violent because I'm Republican, but then you're the one talking about I should be killed because Trump won presidency. Like, how is that not violent? And just like cracks me up. Oh, you Republicans, I don't want to hear a word saying that, oh, Joe Biden's not our president. I said, everybody knows Joe Biden's our president. Do we agree with it? No, but he is our president. Oh, yeah, whatever. And then Trump went, he's not my president. Yeah, no, he still is your president. As long as you live in America, he's your president. And again, Hollywood cracks me up. The same thing as last time Trump won the presidency. You had all these celebrities said, oh, I swear to God, if he wins, I'm leaving America. Then he wins, like, where are you going? Oh, I'm just hanging out, you know, just hanging out, waiting for friends.
They should have wrote down everyone who said that, and then Trump should just go around and knock on their door. It's me, your president. I was wondering if you're gonna move up to. That would be even better if all of them followed through with their threats. Like, we're moving to Canada, and then Canada becomes the 51st state, and he's just like, welcome back.
Yeah. Now, I will give... I can't stand Miley Cyrus, but I'll give her credit because she was one of the ones the first go around. It's like, oh, I'm leaving. And after a while, she finally came out and she goes, yeah, that was stupid. I should have never said that. Like, that was dumb on my behalf. But everyone else is like, no, we're moving. We're like, well, then move. Like, you've got the money to move. And like this go around, you even have a better excuse. Half your house is burned down. So now you really can move.
That's what I don't understand is we as a nation, and when I say we, I'm using a certain sect of the nation, care more about these people. Like there's concerts going on, there's a ton of fundraisers going on for millionaires. No one who lost their house in the fire is poor. No one that is affected by that is poor. They're all millionaires and even billionaires.
Yep.
But we're raising money for them. Meanwhile, people in North Carolina were still without houses until Trump got in office, and suddenly there's all these open apartments, and Trump is like, fill them up.
Yep.
It's just like, why do you care? Why are you so upset that a millionaire lost one, not all of their house, like one of their houses? They have houses across the globe. They were even talking about how certain people, I think it was Tom Hanks, Hollywood home has burnt down. It's like, wait a minute, 2 weeks ago you just put an article that said he moved to a different country. So why do you care about his house burning down when he no longer lives there? It's just like, why? Meanwhile, people who lost literally everything in a freak natural disaster, silence. Nobody can. Actually, people are making fun of them. It's like, well, why would you live there then? It's because this shit doesn't happen every day. They've been predicting a fire to wipe off Los Angeles for decades now. But these people still stayed there, and they actively took steps to prevent, if a fire did happen, to prevent it from being put out.
Yep.
But we feel bad for these guys. Yeah. No.
I love that Trump. You know, of course, California talks more shit on Trump than anybody. He gets off, he's like, oh, Trump, we have this fire, we need your help. He goes, no. He goes, I'm not going to send you that money. They're like, why not? They said, and like he told me, he goes, I've been telling you guys for like 8 years, figure something out with your water and figure out how to clean up this mess before a fire happens. And it cracks me up because people are like, well, we're in a drought. Okay, well, take the water from the ocean. You can't do that. Really? Because Australia's already done it. It's called... They've literally got plants where it literally sucks the water out of the ocean, takes the salt out of it, and it's usable water now. Like, Australia was in a worse drought than California ever dreamed of, and now they're out of it because of technology.
Doesn't even matter that. Pump water into your reservoirs. That way they can, put out fires when they do occur. Like, you don't need to drink that shit. You just need to put out the damn fire.
Well, no, that's what he's saying. Like, you literally can build plants that pull water out of there, and you can fill up your reservoirs, and you fill all this stuff up. But again, you got California that literally is paying homeless people to stay homeless.
That's what also boggles my mind, is that so many of these people, it's like, California is not a safe place anymore. California is not feasible to live anymore. But then they turn around and they move to Texas and then turn around and vote the same way that they were voting in California. It's like, do you not understand that your politics is what got you in that place in California?
Uh-huh.
Like, why is it so hard to... It's like we're so blinded by fear that Republicans are going to take away our rights that they haven't taken any of them away. Shocker. That we're willing to just move from A to B and fuck everything up along the way. It's just like...
Well, that's what cracks
make
me
it
up.
make
Like,
sense.
well, like, all these people are talking about, it's like, oh, Trump's going to start World War III. Oh, you mean like you said that the last time he was in office? And in fact, he got all the wars to stop. He got ISIS to disappear. Mass shootings disappeared. I said, that's what cracks me up. You talk about he's a violent guy, but he literally got everybody to stop fighting when he was in office. ISIS disappeared. You never heard a word out of them. All your mass shootings and school shootings stopped. But as soon as he gets out of office, ISIS comes back. Mass shootings and school shootings come back. Everybody's starting wars again. And nobody's afraid of Biden, so everybody, like, literally all the countries are making fun of him. I said, I don't understand your guy's logic.
I don't understand it either. I do not understand any of it. I don't know how a logical person... Look, okay, they're not logical.
No.
Like, I'm a registered Republican, but there's things that I don't agree with that are Republicans, and I tend to side Democrat. But I identify more. I'm more of a middle of the aisle Republican than I am a full blown Republican, and that I feel like that's where a majority of us were, like, on both sides. You were more middle ground Republican, middle ground Democrat, and then for some reason when Obama got in office, like, shit just went nutso on the left side, and then the right side to respond to that went batshit crazy on the right side. And I'm just like, I don't identify with anybody anymore. Like, it is just absolutely bad. And a lot of people will bash Democrats, and wholeheartedly they deserve those batshit crazy Democrats do 100% deserve it. If you think AOC's a good politician, you deserve to be bashed.
Oh yeah.
But there are some middle of the road Democrats, like Tulsi Gabbard, for prime example. Like, if Tulsi Gabbard were to run against Donald Trump instead of Hillary Clinton, I probably would have voted Tulsi Gabbard as a registered Democrat or Republican. She was a Democrat. I would have voted for her wholeheartedly because she was more middle of the road than what Trump was. So it's just, we got so absolutely batshit crazy, and like, the Republicans are out there bashing the Democrats on a daily basis and making fun of them on TikTok and on Facebook and all that, are just as bad because they went batshit right instead of just like combating the stupidity with common sense, they're combating stupidity with stupidity. It's just like either way we're fucked because you people are just as dumb as what the these crazy ass liberals are.
Yep. Well, I think I'm gonna go to bed.
You're a bitch.
Damn right, I'm tired.
You have any idea when you want to play tomorrow, or if you're gonna be around tomorrow?
Oh, I'll be around tomorrow.
Right.
PJ's is around. We could do.
PJ said he was gonna be here. He threw out the ideas of human fall flat, trucking, ready or not. Fast food. I don't know if I said that or not.
Dude, we could do fast food.
All right, I'll let him know. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah. Human Fall Flat. It's not. Human Fall Flat is one of them games we probably.
It's entertaining to play a night or two, and then it's just like, not really.
One of the worst part though is like, especially like the last map, everybody's just tired and frustrated.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure you'll be here before him anyway. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, we could do that, or ready or not. Either one of those two would be fine with me, whichever he wants to decide.
Ready or not, I think we've pretty much done it. I don't know if there's enough to do and there's just that one map that we constantly keep failing on. I think that's the only thing we have left to do, other than the DLC.
Oh, well then, I'm game. Like I said, I'm game with fast food. Then we haven't played it for a while.
All right.
Alright, well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Alright, have a good night, bitch.
Whatever, bitch.
You're a bigger bitch.
Bitch.
Bigger bitch. I win. That's a new one. Aircraft emergency? Never seen that one pop up before. I guess we can do that all in corn. Yeah, I mean, well, he's got a significant. I mean, they're kind of small fields. Oh, those are huge, though. I know PJ's, if he ends up getting back in, he was having trouble joining us. I know he's going to want to do some, like, corn harvesting. He didn't want to chop it. He wants to actually... He actually wants to take a corn header out there and harvest it. So maybe we'll do all the centering corn. I'm okay with it. Soybeans be a money crop. Is soy sauce made out of soybeans? I would think so, right? Hey, Nightbot, soy sauce. Yeah. I don't think Nightbot's not chat. That'd be cool. That'd be cool if they actually implement it. Is there a bot out for that? Okay, Steve Bot. Traditional soy sauce is made by fermenting these ingredients with mold, Aspergillus oryzae and Aspergillus sort, followed by months of aging. Some modern versions use hydrosis for a faster process. So it doesn't. So soy sauce doesn't use soybeans. Is that what I'm getting from that? Yeah, you can somehow link up. You can? If I can have a bot that answers, like, the random questions people have, I would abuse that thing. Hey, chat. I got a question. Alright, so that's done. Wonder if, like, doing these in cotton, is cotton worth it? Just do these little fields in between here and cotton. Oh wait, these are the fields, aren't they? Yep. I went in the Red Robin for the first time. Seriously, I've never ate one. Dude, Red Robin just randomly closed down the one that was in Dover. They didn't even tell the employees until the day. Like, they sent people home the day before, not knowing that they wouldn't have a job the next day. Straight savage. I've ate one a couple of times, and I wasn't, like, terribly impressed by it. Like, I had a burger, and I was just like, it's alright. It's not spectacular, which is what they're known for. Their fries were alright. The onion rings were, ugh. I wouldn't get those again. It was just kind of like a mediocre meal. Of course, that was the same. We've been to the same one twice, and that was up in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. If I want good onion rings, I'm going to Cheddar's because their onion rings are amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is the one outside Toledo, just opened up for the summer. Yeah, the one that they put in Dover, and it wasn't that old. I'd say it was maybe 2-3 years tops old. Because they built a new shopping center, and they closed down with and didn't tell anyone. They told absolutely no one, not even the employees. The employees that the day before they closed went home, not knowing that they wouldn't have a job the next day. they showed up and there was notes on the door saying that they are permanently closed, and took all the signs off the building. It's going to be a First Watch now, which is supposed to be like a breakfast joint. Steve, do you have Cheddar's over that way? I can't remember if you chimed in on that conversation before or not. Cheddar's is it's a chain restaurant. The best I can describe it as is like kind of like an Applebee's style chain restaurant, but the food is so good. Yeah, we have one about yeah. Cheddar's is my go-to. Like Outback recently. The last time I went to Outback prior to a couple months ago, the food was cold, the service sucked, and we stopped going. And then out of the blue, my wife looked at the menu and saw they had blooming shrimp, which is the fried shrimp with the blooming onion coating on it. And she was like, I really want to try that because it sounds really good. So we gave it a shot. And the last, or 2 of the 3 times that we've been since we started going back, we had the best service since we've gone any place we've gone to. That was the best service we've got. Attentive, talkative, polite, just top-notch customer service. Like my biggest thing when I go out to eat is I don't want to have to like stop eating because I don't have a drink. Like I like to take drinks as I'm eating, and when I run out of drink, and I don't have, I kind of have to stop and wait to get a refill. I hate that. So when you're on it to the point where I don't even have to like my cup gets halfway and you put it in order for a refill, you are my new favorite waiter, waitress, what have you. And this is the first time we went back there. This woman, literally, I took like 2 sips out of my drink, and she's like, "I'll get you a refill so you don't run out." I was like, can we request you by name every single time? This is luxury." I've had a bad experience at Cheddar's. The one time we went on Mother's Day, which I understand, you're going to be busy on Mother's Day. I wholeheartedly, we went in there understanding that we weren't going to get top quality service because they're going to be slammed. We understood that. But I watched this guy try to flirt with my wife in front of me, and she shut down his advantages, his advances, and he straight up ignored us for a table that was right next to us, or a couple tables down from us, I should say, because the woman was flirting back with him. He just straight up ignored it. It was an elderly couple sitting next to us, and she wanted a to-go box, and she had like half a plate there, and he brought this little tiny plastic container, and she was like, "I need a bigger one." She waited 15 minutes, and finally he walked by, and she said, "I need a bigger container." And he walked away, come back, tossed it on the table, went straight, made a beeline for that table where the woman was flirting with him back. And I was just like, really? So that was the lowest we ever tipped anybody that night. We usually do like a good 20%, over the recommended 10-15. if you at least are attentive and you do your job, you get at least 15. If you are top notch, we've gone up to like, I think the one at Outback, our bill, I think it was like 30% of our bill. I think it was. I don't remember exactly, but we're like, she deserves it. She 100% deserves all of it. But yeah, that guy at Cheddar's, he was. And then the very next time we went, my wife ordered a baked potato, and the woman told her, she's like, we don't have any baked potatoes. And then a full table came in after us, and they ordered after us, and then I watched their food come out, and they all had baked potatoes. I was like, she just told you they didn't have baked potatoes, but every single person at that table that came in after us and put their orders in after us got a baked potato. Pix, what's your favorite crop and farming simulator? Like new crop or like crop in general? If we're going crop in general, I'd have to say corn. If we're talking new crop, I'm gonna say peas. Just because that's popular around me. Would have been hot. I would have left. Let's get Skimpy Temp on that one. Yeah, I think I left him 88 cents I left him enough to make our bill even. My wife's like, no, you didn't. I said, yeah, I did. It was like I can't remember, but it was 12 cents. So I made his tip 88 just so that it would round up to the nearest dollar. So I'm weird in that way. Like I like rounding up to the nearest dollar. So if say like the recommended tip is like $15, and like I need 60 cents to round up to the nearest dollar, I'll do 15.60. So I rounded up just enough to even out a dollar. And we told the manager on duty that night, it was like, we get that, you know, Mother's Day is a day that you guys will be slammed. We understand that. We wholeheartedly understand that. But the fact that he totally blew us off and other tables for a woman that was flirting back with him, that's just effed up. Like, he didn't bring us our food. He took our order, and we didn't see him at all until he brought us our check. He didn't bring us our food. He didn't bring us any drinks. It was all another waitress. She's like, you guys won't need more drinks? And we're like, yeah, we've been waiting for a while. I really enjoy grass and making bill. Well, yeah, that's something, I guess. Sinful fame, especially in 22. I've made a ton of money mowing and baling. To each your own. I mean, I like chopping corn and making silage for my cows. That's about it. Bales can be hell. I said bells. Bales can be hell on the frames though, so that's unfortunate, especially in multiplayer. So I don't do that often. Of course, I only play multiplayer, so I think a lot of people don't understand that I don't play single player farms. I have not played single player farm sim since like Farm Sim 15. I just don't do it. I can't get into it. I want to play. If I'm going to play a playthrough, I'm going to do it in multiplayer where I can stream it and play with my friends. So I don't do single player anymore. I tried to get into 22 where they had all those placeables and cool stuff. I tried to do like a role play sort of playthrough where I built up a town and had farming going on or on the outskirts and stuff, but I just couldn't get into it enough to do it. That's why everybody who like when I trash giants for not fixing certain stuff and all that, everybody's like, you're just burnt out. It's like, what part of I only play this on Fridays and then I record mod spotlights do you not understand? Like, I don't play Farm Sim that often. Yes, is like I think 22 has less hours than 17 or 19 did. And it was out longer. So I don't play a ton of Farm Sim outside of live streaming. So I'm not burnt out. It's just a lot of people are frustrated that Giants is focused solely on console. And I understand why. I do understand why. And I get a lot of companies are finding it easier to focus solely on console because you have fixed settings. Like everybody's PS5 is going to be the same. Everybody's Xbox whatever is out now is going to be the same. They're all going to be the same hardware. There's not a ton of variables, whereas PC there's an infinite amount of variables, so you can't optimize the game for everybody on PC. You would never be able to put focus towards the next installment or new DLC or anything. That if you spent all your resources on trying to optimize this game for everybody's PC, it'd be damn near impossible. So I get why they focus on console, because that is their money makers. People are going to pay extra to have it on console. People are going to pay extra for the mod or the DLCs because you can't get that mod on console. I understand their logic, but it doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right whatsoever. At the end of the day, they're a business. They got to do what makes them money. I understand that. But for people who made this game, the PC players, this game would not exist without modders. Let's be real. This game would not have made it past Farm Sim 2009 without modders. It might have made it to 2011, but I don't think 11 would have been as popular if it wasn't for modders. And to just kind of like say, thanks, but these guys are willing to pay stupid amount of money for the same stuff you guys have had for years. We're going to go with them. Again, it's a business. Wholeheartedly understand it, but it's just wrong for them to forget that PC players are what put them on the map. And my name is Phoenix. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Like, let's be 100% honest with ourselves. As Farm Sim players, let's be 100% honest with ourselves. Farm Sim 25 was a rushed version of Farm Sim to fund Farm Sim VR. It's not even going to be the same game. Am I correct? Like, they couldn't implement VR into Farm Sim 25, so it's going to be its own separate thing? Tell me 25 was not rushed out to help fund Farm Sim VR. And their other game that the racing game, which is going to be a disaster. They have a hard time getting the physics right in Farm Sim, and they're going to put out a racing game? But I want my NATO. For those of you in chat, I use weather spot for the country. What? I have yet to see a tornado. And all the time we've played, I've even, like, fast forward through time, I have yet to see a tornado. And don't get me wrong, a tornado would have been cool if it actually, like, you know, damaged. Like, you don't have to have physical damage. I understand that would probably be like a graphics nightmare. So I don't need physical damage to my... make it, when a tornado happens, at least call it some, like, mechanical damage and, like, some paint damage to the vehicles, if that makes any sense. But it's basically just random crop destruction. That's so boring to me. So boring. I do want to try out. Someone released a realistic weather mod where it's supposed to get, like, you were supposed to get, like, heavier snow, denser fog, stuff like that. I'm interested to check that out and see how that is. What's up, Tyler Mitchell? How are you, sir? You can stand in the tornado in 25. I don't like that aspect. What Phoenix is saying. You could just stand in it. It doesn't, like, blow you off or anything. That's so stupid. That is so beyond stupid. Like I said, it's literally just randomized crop damage. I don't see the appeal of that. Like, cool, you get the cool visual and so, but if you turn crop destruction off, does it even damage your crop still? I don't know. Yeah, that's one feature I could have done without. Randomized tornadoes. The best part is when these content creators are literally just like has giant whole ass in their face and they're just kissing that giant's ass. People are like, oh, but he said that this is going to be great and oh, we're going to get this. No, you know, half of them are saying what they're saying just to get early access to the game. Like, they're kissing that ass. They get shit from it. It's called paying for positive reviews. They get invited out to come check out the game before everybody else. They get early access before everybody. Like, that's I don't trust what those people have to say by any means. They are kissing ass to get that, just so they can be like, oh, I got the first gameplay footage. Cool. I don't need that. I'll play it when everybody else plays it and talk shit on Giants all I want. Anyway, it's after midnight, so I'm going to get out of here. I got to go record some videos before I go to bed. If you guys did like the video, do me a huge favor. Leave a like down below. It does help me out so very much, and I do appreciate it so very much. If you guys do want to see future Farming Sim live streams, be sure to click that subscribe button. We will be here tomorrow night. With what, I don't know. It really depends on what PJs and JT wants to play. So we'll be here doing something tomorrow night. But if you guys want to be notified whenever I live upload a video, click the notification bell. And as always, guys, thank you so very much for watching. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. Bye. Maybe. There we go.